Showtime in 60 seconds. "45 seconds. "30 seconds. The show will start in 15 seconds, and this is your last audible warning.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I thought I did. I thought I had to. I do.
And black bears hunt people.
Here we go. Yeah, I mean, that bear.
That almost sounds like the shooter and his roommate.
And then this is right before he catches an orgasm right here.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge Show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Right out of the box, the glow bug comes out with 25 with Gene Lasker. I don't know if the boys are having some Facebook issues or not. Maybe no. Yeah, I think Macho and Gary Cantrell might be having some Facebook issues. Let me, because I don't
Gary,
think.
or Macho saying it's live.
It's live.
Okay, maybe it's me. I'm always the last to know, usually, in situations. See, let me, if I show you my Facebook, by the way, the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, September 17th, 2025. Lasker, when's your race at Showtime? September
27th.
September 27th. Show.
Mark from Tarpon, $100.
Thank you, my man. Thank you so much. Pop it like it's hot, or whatever it's called. What's it called, Lemmy?
Tropic like it's hot.
Tropics like it's hot. So as you can see, Lemmy, I'm on my Facebook page here.
Yes.
And usually when it's live, it'll give you a big red ring around this emblem right here.
Or say live on it.
Or say save live on it. So look at boom. And
Do you think when Lummy went live for a sports show yesterday, it messed something up?
Yep.
Nope. I sent
Why are you blaming on it?
I just sent you the link with it live.
Sometimes you got to get off of it and then get back on it. That's how I.
Yeah, Gene knows all
He
about
knows.
it.
Oh, Gene. Well, Gene's, listen, I think we all would agree. We don't agree about a lot, but I think we all would agree that Gene Lasker is a Facebook guru.
Well,
I mean, even Seth Kushner monitors his Facebook and finds stuff that could potentially be. I just X'd out of it. Check this out. I'll X out of it again. Bam, X out of it, and then I'll go find it again over here on my gimmick here. Stand by. Bubba the Love Sponge page. Still not live. Look.
tell these suckers to go to YouTube.
Well, no, I know. I just like to have I have a Rumble window open. I have a YouTube window open. and I have a Facebook.
I don't even
link.
know how to go to YouTube.
All right, well that's fine, Gene. You're really doing good on Facebook right now. So, like, I mean, I think like why? That'd be like
I
saying
can get on there.
that'd be like saying I'm a really good powder coater. I really don't know how to paint a car. Like
so we're live on Bubba Clem, okay, and then it's going to share to the other pages eventually.
Okay, but I would prefer it to be live on Bubba the Love Sponge. I prefer it to be where this is the main. I'm sorry. Let me put it over here. I would prefer that it would be live. It starts here, and then we jump it or copy it over to the others. I would prefer that.
All right, we'll have to manually do that then daily.
Yeah, I can, and I can do that. I used to do it, and I just forgot how to do it. I mean, I'm sorry, I just forgot with as busy as we've gotten.
So if I was at work right now and I couldn't pop on there,
well, you would have to under my personal, but
I would never go there.
Mach, if you could make that change, like maybe even right now, turn my personal off and then jump it back over to my corporate, and then we'll just manually do my personal every day. And I used to do that where I would, right when we went on the air, I would go to the Bubba the Love Sponge page, and I would hit copy link, and then I would go to Bubba Clem and Bubba Army HQ and just post the link up there. So
I don't even think I'm friends with Bubba Clem.
Well,
Facebook.
you have been for almost 30 years, but you're not on not in Facebook.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So, Mach, if you could do that for me, I'd appreciate it.
Stand by.
Thank you. Stand by. Lummy, we got him in yesterday. I was really excited. We got some new merchandise in.
They look great.
And a lot of people are like, I want. First of all, the sticker manufacturer that we were going with the you got to buy them in increments of like 5,000 or something like that, the little ones. And so we went to a cheaper manufacturer that had a better price, and boy, did we pay for it. Just like Colton said when he was calling in. Did you ever give him a hard time about when calling in and being relevant?
Yes, I did.
You did? What'd you say?
I pretty much said that's all. You literally saved the high spot till after you bored everyone. You wasted 7 minutes when we were talking about the Charlie Kirk stuff. He said he was just trying to. He got he really said he got nervous because it's. I feel like he was a little high when he called.
Okay, so
that goes without saying.
Merch Crick, to her credit, knew that the stickers that we've been handing, the smaller ones, were just not thick enough. And then Colton calls the show, and we gave like 250, all 200. And God bless his soul, Todd from Steps Towing, which Gene would attest is just salt of the earth, like would do anything for you. And he's a big sponsor of the show, and to the point where like I have some sponsors be like, yeah, send me some bumper stickers and I'll put them on my few of my trucks. Well, Todd from Steps Towing has literally 250 different tow trucks and cranes, and I mean they got
everything.
Side load, they got everything.
Does he still got the Bubba truck?
I don't know if he does or not, but you know what, he will if he will. And so I, about 6-7 months ago, sent Colton 250 of the cheap stickers, and they just pretty much after a couple washings and they fall off. They're horrible. They're absolutely horrible. So we got the thicker grade, better bumper sticker. They're available. I think you get a couple. I think she throws a couple in with every order. So as you're ordering your new Gene, we got more we got another 500 knives in.
I ain't lost mine yet.
Gene, you know how you said you keyed that Tesla?
Yeah, no, it wasn't a Tesla.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a Tesla.
Oh no! I wouldn't do that to the.
Do you know why you wouldn't do it to a Tesla?
Why?
Because just remember
It'll
this.
talk to you.
No. Tesla, if anybody
camera up?
Yes, it's all cameraed up on all four corners and then the front and the back. And if anybody gets within a foot of your car, all the cameras go on and it will save it. So don't ever do anything bad to a Tesla, okay? But I do know, I'm not going to mention, what happened, but I do know that somebody pissed you off in the parking lot. It's my fault. to have called it a Tesla. But you told me, let me tell you something. These knives that you got here, not only are they retractable, but see this little window punch right here? See
It works good.
I said, yeah. And he goes, not only would it window punch, but you can key the crap out of it. It goes right down to the metal. So, Gene, I guess somebody got into an argument with you or something at a parking lot, and when they left, you went right down the complete side of their car
And across the back.
and across the back.
Yeah.
So the retractable knives, Bubba Army knives, are in, and then we got better quality stickers. And with every order, it gets a couple of those stickers. I think you can buy them too. But Lummy, I've had a lot of people over the years ask me, can you come up with some bigger stickers?
Oh,
Like I can put right in the middle of my back window on my truck or whatever. And so I now have and this is that thicker quality material. So I now have, I think they might be either 8x8 or 10x10. I think they're 10x10s.
Yeah, it looks like that.
They're pretty big. One of which is the standard Bubba Army logo, and the other one is the QR code. The QR code would be cool for you to get because somebody's like behind you at a stoplight, and they could just shoot the QR code, and I think that takes you right to our entire world.
it does, our landing page.
Now, the other thing that I got, Gene Lasker's probably going to really like, and that is these raised.
They're the plastic things that looks like the emblem.
It almost looks like a car dealership emblem. Would you not agree, Gene?
I agree.
And
I need more than one.
how many do you need? How many do you need?
Four.
Okay.
Put on both sides of the trucks.
So they're
That's a nice piece right there.
they're hard plastic,
Perfect size.
unbelievable adhesive on the back, and these are really gonna sell. These are gonna really. This is really, really pretty bad.
Yeah, because you can put this on cool stuff right here.
Oh yeah.
It ain't just a sticker.
No,
an emblem.
it's an emblem, and they're $9.99, and we only ordered I think 100, maybe 150 of them. So a couple new products on Bubba Army merch, Bubba Army store, BubbaArmyShop.com. As you can see, Lummy, they're the limited edition Bubba Army ABS car emblem, 4x4 with raised chromed logo. Black background with a 3mm with 3M adhesive, and there they are, and they're pretty cool.
That's nice.
They're pretty badass. They really are. Gene's going to put one on his truck, and then here are the new 10x10s, high quality sticker. There's the emblem, and then I think she's got a bunch of regular stickers as well. So go to Bubba Army merch, Bubba Army shop, BubbaArmyStore.com, and
It's a nice size sticker.
and that big one is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can be fully Bubba Armied up there. You could.
Yeah, you are.
Seth grabbed. Merch Crick was like, "Should I leave one of those car emblems with Seth?" And I told her no. I did.
I don't know why you would do that.
Well, because you usually don't like. But then Seth kind of faced me. We're here meeting for the show, and he's like, "Let me go put this on my car somewhere." And I'm like, well, before you do that, I think we probably should make it kind of a bit where it's me and you. First of all, I need to get some brake cleaner and spray the area that we're gonna put that we're gonna stick it to.
Oh my gosh, you're acting like it's gonna take all Saturday to put this sticker on.
But Lasker will tell you, you want to really thoroughly
I don't
clean
know that I would use brake clean, but
on the window.
yeah, I mean,
All right, just some soap. Windex. Get some Windex. Clean the area you're going to affix this raised emblem to, and because it needs to be clean. Because if it's not clean, it's not going to stick that well or as well. And put it on your vehicle. I'm checking. We're Macho Man. Thank you. We're live again on Facebook.
Oh, thank God.
Thank you. Now, Macho Man, do I need to go over and copy and paste the other ones, or have you done it? Or, because I'll do it. That'll be one of my responsibilities. I can do that every day.
HQ's done. We can't do it to yours.
I did it for today.
Okay.
Oh. Why can't we do it
Well, I'm
tomorrow?
saying Gary can't because, we don't have access to your personal one, but we could do HQ.
Okay.
But I do. Haha.
Yeah, Macho Man has access to my personal
Do
one.
I even want to ask how the show's going live on your personal? I don't.
What do you mean?
man, nobody even knows your personal name.
I got 11,000 followers on my Facebook personal.
No, I know, but the show always goes live on the page that has 200,000.
I know, but why not put it on my personal too. You don't think out of the 11,000 that are over there's some of there might be a couple hundred that don't follow us on the corporate one, and we could pick up a few stragglers.
Okay, I like the strategy.
A couple Warsaw, Indiana if you will.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of Facebook, Lasker. So here's the situation. Lasker bought a golf cart. Well, I'm sorry. Let me
Had a golf cart.
Let me back up.
I still have it.
Let me back up. Lasker gets Coben, his son, gets a golf cart.
Yeah.
And it needs fixed. So off of State Road 41, there's this place called Golf Carts of Tampa Bay, which is by far, in our opinion, the shadiest, the rudest piece, golf cart guy in the business. And so Coben takes, was it 1,400, Gene?
Yeah.
Coben, works all summer at the powder coating shop, saves his money, and in the golf cart, the used golf cart that he got, he had some battery issues. He needed new batteries.
Now, we didn't even know if it was just one battery out of the 6, And then the guy says he sold us. So he just
he
all 6.
He upticked you.
You'll never mess with it again.
Right.
It'll be good for 2 years before you even have to worry about anything.
Right. So
And,
Gene's Coben and Gene drop off this golf cart down at Golf Cart of Tampa Bay. Here, I think I have it.
Coben wanted to show
right
off
here.
the next day or
Golf
that
Carts,
weekend.
Golf Carts of Tampa Bay. Sales, service, and rudeness. And so you can go to Golf Cart.
Cars.
Oh,
Yeah,
Cars.
golf cars.
Oh, golf
That's
cars.
where I made my mistake. When
Yeah.
I seen they misspelled carts, I should have went the other way.
So, yeah, exactly. So I will tell you this, man. Go in and give them on the Google reviews, and a lot of people put credence on Google reviews, especially all those retirement communities up there, Gene, on 41. Those old bags, let me see what they got as far as Google reviews. Oh, they got a 4.5 share. That's great. There's a lot of people that will put credence into what type of Google review a business or a restaurant or something may have, and they may or may not do business with that place based on, I guarantee you the Bubba Army, if they haven't now, they're going to Google reviews of golf cars of Tampa Bay. And it's, again, golfcarsoftampabay.com. Now, I don't know how you'd get to a Google,
Here's a couple of reviews, Bubba, that just came in. It looks like around the time Gene might have talked to them. Golf Cars at Tampa Bay drives like a complete POS. Get off your phone, try a blinker, stay in your lane and not oncoming traffic. Going to kill somebody one day. Wouldn't buy a bicycle chain from this place, and dang sure won't let them work on nothing of mine, says the great Gene Lasker.
So this place basically put new batteries in Coben's golf cart, and within 2 days, it's already shorted out because they either
it was a little longer than 2 days. It was a couple of months, but we only drove it 3 times.
Right, and it was just it was shoddy work.
One of the cables to one of the batteries, when they put the nut on there and they golded it, and it didn't make it all the way to the bottom to torque down the cable, so it was loose in there, which burnt the post.
Right, and so when Gene took it, and all the guy really had to do was just replace the cable. That's it. I mean, right?
No, because the post was burned up, but we have to replace the battery.
All right, so one battery and a cable.
Yeah.
I mean, at the very most,
that was it.
At the very most, you got one battery and one cable, right?
But he wanted
no,
to say,
I'm asking you to
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's
one battery and one cable,
one little
which
cable.
probably his cost
It's
is
a short cable too. It's like 8-inch cable.
Yeah, so his cost, probably all in is $80, maybe even 80.
Yeah,
and it's a 5-minute fix. You could literally have Coben down there with it on a trailer. They could pop the seat up. They could pull out the battery. They could put the new battery in. They could do fix the cable, and literally in 10 minutes and say, listen, you know what? Sorry about us messing up,
right,
and turn a bad situation into a real good situation. A situation where Gene comes on the air last Friday and says, let me tell you something. There's this place down the road from me called Golf Cars of Tampa Bay, and Coben got his new brand new, he got 6 new batteries and everything, and they messed up on one, and they golded it, and so I went down there, and the guy was like, hey, no problem, buddy. Let me just go and fix that out. It's under warranty, 2 years. No big deal. Appreciate your business. Let me tell you something. If you need a golf cart, that's the place to go.
He wanted to come out there and
no. But what I'm saying, Gene, is it could have been a way different situation.
Yeah, he could have popped the seat open and says, "Hey, man, the thing came loose. You know, you might need to tighten it up, but being through it so soon." I'll take responsibility for it. Maybe you chip in $40 and I'll give you the battery and the cable. Something like that.
Yeah, how about this?
Would have been fine.
Give my guy a $20 bill for labor, and we'll call it a day.
Yeah, but
right?
he didn't. He looked at me and he goes, you didn't tighten the cables. I'm going like, of course I didn't tighten the cables because I didn't put the batteries in. And he goes, get it out of here. So, and I said, oh, yeah, you're not going to understand what's going to happen about this. And he told me to whatever, and I flipped him off, and I just got in the truck and left because I was busy. And I was helping Lummy out to let him use my golf cart. And when it was broken, I thought I could go fix it real quick and bring it back to him by the time he got off the air. So I'm zipping in there, taking my time away from work. And so I had to get out of there before I ended up getting aggravated.
Go to Golf Cars of Tampa Bay.
So since that, he's called me.
And leave a review because this guy since then. Hold on. Let me just tell.
Okay, well, there you go.
I'm going to set you up, Gene.
All right.
I'm going to set you up with a big softball here. So Gene and I and Seth and everybody, we get on the air last Friday, and we light this guy up. We light this guy. I even tried calling him. We light this guy up, and we're like, listen, man, do the right thing, and this guy kind of screwed over Coben. We tell the whole story. We tell the story that we just told about the loose
connection.
And so Gene calls down there, and I think I'll let you. I'll let you take it over.
And then he leaves a message on my phone.
What did the message say?
The message said, listen, what is it going to take to fix this problem? Quit having your jabronis call me and make like they're you and leaving things on my phone. Messages on my phone.
Those are called things.
So I called the number that somebody called me. I said, yeah, somebody called me from here? Yeah, it was. And he starts being, he's just a smart ass. He wasn't trying to be a little bit humble. I said, hey, man. He was going like, what's your problem, man? You don't even have a hold down on them batteries. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, you signed that you don't have a hold down on your batteries. I go, I didn't sign anything, bro.
So make a long story short.
Can I read the post, Bubba?
Yes, please do.
I feel like this is so Gene goes.
I feel like we're kind of lost, and this post will tie it all together, and especially dictated by you, Seth Kushner.
Gene says, well, I went and bought a new golf cart for the wife in Clearwater. Got a call from the Land O'Lakes Golf Cars. I talked to someone who said he was the owner. He called the people who called this place today after talking about him this morning. Jabronis. He wanted to fix the problem with a smart-ass attitude. I told him I'd call back. He was hating me. Then he called the cops on me. Ha, 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 ha. I asked the officer, what can you do about my First Amendment right to say I was wronged on social media? She said nothing, so I said goodbye. I'm going to figure out what would seem right and let him know. Seems the owner ain't no better than the guy who works for him. He didn't care about fixing it. He just smarted off about the fans. Bubba and me. Oh, well.
So, Gene,
the owner responded on Gene's post.
Oh, he did?
Oh, wow. I missed that.
Hold on. Within this comment section here?
No, I had to find it it's a different post on Gene. It's Gene's AI golf cart picture.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And by the way, Gene goes crazy with one of these 71 comments?
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
All right. Well, okay. Yeah, send it to me. And so the owner has taken
I sent it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. The owner has taken a less than apologetic and like okay, here we go. Cocky response. I'm gonna have to. I am the owner. This clown showed up demanding that his corroded and melted battery terminal needed to be replaced under warranty. poor maintenance and negligence is not our
Poor
fault.
maintenance. I just bought it.
Poor maintenance and negligence is not our fault and not a warranty issue. Gene Lasker, feel free to come see me man to man.
Oh.
There's two sides to every story, people. This guy cussed my man out, flipping him the bird and peeled out over this or his son's poor maintenance. So Gene,
My son's poor maintenance now.
So Gene, come see me.
Come see
Yeah,
him, Gene.
see, that ain't going to work out too well.
It might be time to call a few of the boys up. If you
I
know
don't
what
need
I'm
no
saying.
boys for that punk, but anyway, he called the cops on me.
Yeah, so hold on. So he called the cops on you
And
based
it
on
was a lady cop, and I was kind of rude to her.
based on your post.
Yeah.
And the 71 comments were all pretty much pro Lasker. This guy sucks, treating Lasker like that. So he calls the Pasco County
Pasco
Sheriff.
County Sheriff, yeah. So she said she was.
All right, and
It's on the phone.
she didn't even show up in person.
No.
And what happened?
She just asked, well, you want to know what happened? I go, why? Well, what good is it to know? What are you going to do about it? What can you do about it? Why? Well, we just don't want it to escalate into something bad. And I go, oh, okay. So I told her what happened. And she says, well, are you going to work it out with them? I said, how? He's, now we already know he's a cop caller and an idiot. So how are we going to do this?
Hold on. He's a cop caller. Seth, that's a new one. You dirty cop caller.
He is.
That's a new one. If you call the cops erroneously on a deal,
We know that you're a bitch and you can't handle things.
and you're guilty.
And you're a dirty cop. You're a dirty cop caller. Well, you dirty cop caller, you. So you say I'm not. I'm not going to do anything to him. You probably tell her that.
Oh, well,
I mean, you tell her that it's also your First Amendment right to use, the platform that you have in my show to let everybody know that he's a dirty cop. That he's a dirty cop caller, right?
yeah.
And so it looks again like you went and bought another golf cart.
Yeah, so I went to Clearwater right there on Almerton Road in 19 and bought a really nice one. $10,000.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of golf carts, I bet you
It's got a lithium battery, so there's no maintenance.
There you go. The when Big Mike, our buddy Lummy, our guy that used to be in the golf cart business,
Yes.
God, I feel so sorry for him. Do we keep in touch with him? I think I've texted him a few times.
Yeah,
I think he still lives down here and has some rental properties and things like that. But yeah, he changed out my mom and Jeff's when Jeff was alive. It changed out their golf cart from lead batteries to a lithium battery, and you save like 450 pounds. And it charges more faster. It's just they are faster. It makes it about 5 mile an hour faster. They cost more, but they're really worth it.
So the new one's got this. It's a keyless entry. It's got like a little credit card on a string, and you just slide it up and down the front of the light on the dash.
That's what turns it on.
That's what turns it on. It turns it off. Well, you're sitting there and you're stroking up and down with this card and moving it around, and it's really not turning on quick. And I'm going like, I don't like this.
I'm gonna be dealing with this guy now.
I call the guy up and I say, listen,
your credit
tell me
card
the trick
swiping
to this
deal
because
ain't working.
I'm sliding it around like
Why
I'm
don't
in
you
the
call
hallway
the
of
guy
a-
on 41, ask how that worked out for him there, buddy. Tell me how to get this dirty credit card swiper working immediately.
He says, let me send my son out there this evening when he gets off work and check it out for you. I said, wow, okay. So the dude comes out, the kid comes out, and he walks up to him and he goes, having a hard time turning it on and off. And I go, yeah. And he goes, yeah, it's our fault. And I go, what'd you build wrong? And he walked over, and the light that's on my dash, a little red light, it's like about a half inch wide, had a piece of plastic on it. You know how they put
the protective plastic.
protective plastic. And he peeled it off.
And it works.
Works real quick now. He just as soon as you get in front of it, boom, it turns on. And he goes, man, that was our fault. We knew when you called us and told us what it was doing. And I said, why don't you just tell me how to do it? And he goes, we just make sure.
So he drove all the way from Clearwater all the way to Land O'Lakes.
How about that?
to pull off a little thing.
Little plastic. And I could have told me over the phone, but he said he just wanted to make sure it was that and not something else. And
Yeah. So anyway,
pretty cool.
So all your golf cart situations are handled now. Anybody that's listening to the show.
Well, there's another guy on with that wrote us said that he's a Bubba Army for years.
Oh yeah, well,
he wants to fix the battery, take care of it for me.
Yeah, I let me see here. Here we go. Right here. This is Gene does everything on Facebook. Gene, longtime fan. I own a little family golf cart shop here in Ellington. I'd be honored to fix what those jackasses screwed up. So yeah, Gene, befriend him.
So Ellington, that's over there at the Monster Jam truck.
Yep, it's right there.
Yeah, so he's down there on the left-hand side. Right on the water.
Yeah, right. You take 75 straight on down.
You get right there off of Palmetto.
Just past Gibsonton.
Yep.
Just past you going to East Bay.
Yep.
Become friends with him, and we'll start promoting him.
Yeah, I will.
Maybe you can get him to say, hey, listen, how about a lithium change out on this deal, and we get some free advertising on the Bubba Show. How about that?
Well, I think he lives in Elkton, Florida. It's a little farther away than that, but
Elkton, Florida is in Palmetto.
That's Ellington. Elkton, Florida is over in St. Augustine.
Oh, that's up by Jacksonville.
Oh no.
Yeah, buddy. You've kind of
I'll go to St. Augustine. I'll go there.
Okay. All right. It looks like the state is seeking the death penalty on the Charlie Kirk deal, right?
Yes.
And
that sounds about right.
Yeah, it does.
Kind of have to, don't they?
Yeah, it does. It does sound about right. Speaking of golf carts, before I get into that, Florida woman arrested for pushing a 73-year-old at a Charlie Kirk event. So they're having
in the
Villages, which is the largest retirement community in America. I think there's.
Did he speak there, or did he have a?
I think he just had like a contingency of followers there.
Okay,
they were having like not only is STDs, it's the highest rate among population per capita of STDs in the Villages.
Well, that's all they got to do is do that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and if you're like 80, who cares if you got chlamydia?
Yeah, they all have it now.
Yeah, I mean, like
that sounds so gross.
I know, but like who cares? You got the clap.
Who cares if you have discharge coming out of your unit?
Yeah.
Tonight, things are getting heated nationwide after the death of conservative
old people are even fighting on this deal.
Activist Charlie Kirk. Violence has been reported at vigils.
Yeah, a woman in the Village is now facing charges after police say she tackled another woman during a vigil for Kirk. And now the victim is speaking.
I love when old people fight.
Damn, at a vigil, man.
I just love. Remember yesterday, the woman blew off a flare into Grandpa's face.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah, this 83-year-old woman, she was like every day she would be in her little retirement community driveway with her cat, and her cat would be sitting right beside her. And this guy from Boston or something like that,
Boston.
He'd bought a place across the street from her, and he had this hyperactive dog. Well, he didn't stay on his side of the street. He would walk his dog on her side of the street, which her cat, upset his dog, and he was mad that her cat upset his dog every time. So she actually got so tore up over it that she went and lived with her sister for 3 months, because every day this guy would come parading by her retirement place, giving her hell about her cat, and she was on her own property. So one day he came up, got into her face, and she took one of those, like the flares that you use to,
that's gotta hurt. That stuff pops and spits.
Right in the face.
Ooh, he got burned.
Right in the face. They hauled her to jail too.
Exclusively with Fox 35's Kelsey Cairns.
That victim telling me this was never supposed to get violent in the first place. The Village's MAGA Club holding that prayer vigil for Charlie Kirk here at Lake Sumter Landing. And it was actually during a prayer that suspect allegedly charged at the woman. Where's the police? That's assault. Be accountable. This is video of 56-year-old Courtney Beth Anderson. She's
56.
accused of pushing the co-founder to the Village's MAGA Club, Valerie Jamison, to the ground. You can see event goers restraining Anderson until help arrives. Lady Lake police say Anderson charged at the victim.
Look at her. So this is the bad guy. This is the bad one.
Does she have an American flag on her shirt?
To the ground. It happened right after Jamison asked her.
Man, what has she got wrong with her face?
Well, she has a complexion problem.
Still, it's a little blush.
You don't know if she's black or white.
To leave for shouting and waving her middle finger.
Gene, I think she knows whether she's black or white.
Well,
she just
ought to
has.
tell us.
She's got some kind of dermatology, probably melanoma.
Finger at people during
Man, look at all these people. Look at all these people.
the event.
I walked towards her and I said, "You're not coming up here. You need to get out of here." And she just pushed me like that. And I fell back, head hit the concrete.
Look at her Trump float.
I know.
That's nice.
They made sure they got that in there.
I gotta get me one of them.
Gene's gonna get one of those.
I'm looking it up when I get
Trump float.
home. Look at him waving.
And
I want to see if it makes it all the way around, Seth. So we can see his face. You know what I'm saying?
I was so angry. I got
Jameson is expected to be okay. She says the attack is not stopping her or her husband from putting on more Village's MAGA Club events in the future.
They got Charlie with Jesus.
Right now, Anderson is facing a charge of battery on a person over 65 years old. She was released on bond today from Sumter County Jail. Reporting in the Villages tonight, I'm Kelsey Cairns, Fox 35 News.
But was it over? She didn't like what was happening?
I think that she just didn't like
That lady.
Charlie Kirk, and she didn't like people gathering around and paying homage to Charlie Kirk, and she just wanted to push the woman down to the ground because she didn't like Charlie Kirk, which, it seems as though as all this is kind of shuffling out and working itself out, everybody that got on social media and was just flat out rude about Charlie Kirk's death, you do have a First Amendment right to say anything you want. You really do. You honest to God do. And you can say it if you have, a platform such as TikTok or X or Facebook or YouTube or whatever you have the right to also broadcast your message on that as well. But with that, unless you're completely retired, you don't answer to anybody. You're not in business for anything. You're just you basically don't work for anybody. You cannot. You can say anything you want. I mean, we've gone through it now for, since Charlie died with, it's been a week?
Yes.
And we've played these people that have let their opinions be known and, ridiculed Charlie and said, he got it in the neck, Charlie, 31-year-old. I mean, there were songs and things like that. But, what you have to realize is you have the right to say that. But if you work for anybody, you also have the right for them to fire you. Don't answer to anybody.
All right, Gene.
What are you doing over there, Gene?
Not doing nothing.
It looks like that lady's been arrested 8 times for harassing different businesses.
What, the dermatology bitch?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, the Clemson Board of Trustees.
So, if you are a teacher or a professor at Clemson, yeah, you have the right to say Charlie got what was coming to him, loudmouth, racist. Charlie never put his hands on anybody. Charlie never incited violence. Charlie just gave you his opinion. He was very, 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 very evangelical, followed the Bible to the absolute letter of the word, just to the word, just to the letter, and, upset a lot of people, was highly polarized, but very much a political talking head, and, basically got killed. This scumbag in Utah killed him for Charlie Kirk's opinion on various political things that he didn't agree with. Now, you can celebrate that. You can. Charlie Kirk is dead. Yay, good for him. He got what was coming to him. He was a racist. But you better not work for anybody. You better not work for a university.
That likes him.
You better not work for anybody that the public can get a hold of.
Oh, the Carolina Panthers had to put out a statement because one of their employees made a post.
Yep. So, you can do it. But if you work for somebody and you have to answer to somebody and you work for, maybe you're in corporate America or whatever, you're probably going to end up, it's so shocking and just not right. Keep your opinions to yourself when it comes to somebody getting killed. What if a white person, let me ask a question. What if a What if Tucker Carlson would have celebrated George Floyd's death?
Oh yeah.
I think he did.
Or what? Or did he?
Well,
I don't know that he celebrated. I think he gave the facts of it, but I don't think he said, "Yay!"
It wasn't celebrated. There were just a lot of jokes made about it.
Oh, I think there were a lot of people that.
Nobody's like, "Hey, he died." They were just making fun of how he died.
Maybe Martin Luther King would be a better example.
Yeah.
Because Martin Luther King was, kind of a civil rights very much a civil rights activist, and that's somewhat what Charlie Kirk was, a political civil rights activist on the conservative side. What if people, a white person that worked at Clemson University said, "You know what? Martin Luther King got what was coming to him." Over there spewing that nonsense.
I don't think that would hold up anymore. It's been quite a long time.
Well, I know. I think even today it would be a problem because it is a problem. You shouldn't say that. It's just not cool.
Trustees saying decisive action was required, and tonight university officials confirm an employee has been fired and 2 faculty members have been removed from teaching.
The university says this was in response to comments and posts they made on social media following the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Our Ray Arena is live on campus at the Madron Center, where the university's board met earlier this afternoon. Ray.
Nigel, that meeting just ended mere moments ago, and pretty quickly the university's board went into executive session or meeting behind closed doors, and that's where they remained for more than 3 hours as they received legal advice regarding personnel matters. Now, this all comes days after the social media posts of a total of 3 employees and faculty came under scrutiny.
We find that entirely unacceptable. We cannot have that kind of speech here on campus.
Clemson College Republicans condemning the social media post of an employee and 2 faculty members after conservative activist Charlie Kirk's assassination.
We had one who basically declared it to be karmic justice. We had another who was celebrating, who was reveling in the death of Charlie, and a third, and ultimately the most egregious, who said in a world of Charlie Kirk's, be a Tyler Henderson.
The students have gained support nationally and from the state for showing those posts.
Gene,
members of the South Carolina Freedom nationally and from the state for showing those posts.
Hold on. Only me and Gene appreciate this. Hold on.
The students.
How about the brake system on that little scooter?
That's nice.
Look at that. Does it got one of those, like those hollow tires?
Yeah, it's one of them hard ones that can't wear out.
Yeah, those are pretty badass.
Plus, they're spongeable a little bit,
Yeah, they got a little give to them.
Support nationally and from the state for showing those posts. Members of the South Carolina Freedom Caucus were on campus and threatened to defund the university if they didn't take action.
Our taxpayers in South Carolina, they do not want to be funding the woke leftist junk and their agenda that's been coming into our state. That doesn't stand for our values of the taxpayers, the majority of the taxpayers in our state.
The university did take action, firing an employee and removing 2 faculty members from teaching.
We do not, at the end of the day, want to see Clemson defunded, but at the end of the day, they have to understand they are at the will of the State House.
Hi, who's this? You're on the air.
Hey, morning, Bubba.
813-90-BUBBA, 813-902-8222. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Hey, Mike from Naples. I just had a question for the room and wanted to get everybody's take. And I agree with Seth. Unfortunately, I think Gene kills it. He's just gold for the show. More the better. But what would you think if the government passed some sort of law or legislation to stop releasing the messages, information, and because it does not affect my day, whatever this jerk off did to Charlie Kirk.
So now hold on. Your question is what? Your question is to come up with some type of law where the public can't see what Tyler Robinson texted his trans boy.
Yeah.
No,
I don't want to know his message on the bullet.
We do.
Get rid of all of it.
Why? Why? I mean,
he doesn't have a voice.
No, it's very instrumental on how the guy what he was thinking, why he did what he did. It's evidence that the prosecution and the state needs to show that it was premeditated. any and all information we can get with regards to Tyler, is it Robinson, Seth?
Yes.
With Tyler Robinson's mindset and what he did in the hours before, thereafter, the weeks before, the planning, that's all very relative. Why would we treat that?
No. For the government to know that, absolutely, and find him and convict him and put him to death or jail. Or
so why
whatever.
are you trying to keep it from the public?
Because it seems like it would stop a lot of shooters because they feel like they have a platform when they can get these messages out. And if we
No, what's going to stop a lot of shooters is when this guy gets put in front of the firing range or a lethal injection and is killed. That's what, being in prison and being, incarcerated is supposed to be, a deterrent. So
I don't know, Bubba, because there's been over 50 shootings already this year.
Locking down these shooters' information and what they're thinking and why they did it, it can be very much a learning curve for the government as to what these people are thinking and why they do these sort of things. I'm never, ever, ever going to co-sign with somebody that wants to lock and be transparent on
I will say this,
on investigations that end in tragedy that we need to know about. What were you going to say, Sam?
I'm sure they actually are probably holding information back that we don't know. They're making a lot of stuff public, but I'm sure they've got stuff that they're not letting us know about right now.
I agree, Seth, and I'm sure there's tons of stuff they hold back from us, but I just feel like you said, it's like podcasting. Everybody has a platform. Everybody has a voice.
Well, hold on.
Nice
that horse is out of the barn, my friend. You can't put that back in. I mean, what are you going to deplatform everybody and take their Twitter and their Facebook and their Instagram?
We shouldn't be taking podcasts away.
You can't be taking any of that away. Sir. I know you're a fan of the show, and I appreciate that, and I thank you for that. But I don't agree with you, and you're acting like your opinion is stupid. It's absolutely stupid. Like, there's no way we want our government to be less transparent in investigations of this magnitude. And in fact, one of the things that I'm even really mad about is the fact that how much they've flim-flammed and screwed around with the Epstein stuff. I mean, Trump and Bondi and all these people came out and said, we got it, we're going to release it, and it's been nothing but a ball jiggle since. We need to come out, we need to be more transparent with everything. Anything that you can be transparent to the public with to give us a better understanding as to these tragic events, I'm all for. I'm not for being less transparent at all.
Well, then, if everybody wants to know the motives and stuff like that, then do a statute of limitations. 3 years down the road, you can know.
Stop. Just keep. You know what? Keep your truck in between the lines, my friend, and stop. Worry about your life, what you got going on. And
it's not a bad idea what he's got. It's just impossible.
No, it's. What do you mean? It's not a bad idea.
Well, what he's trying to say is, if we don't help the guys brag about what they're saying, then other people ain't going to have a platform or be able to or be wanting to brag.
So
we're making them famous.
That requires us to deplatform the entire world.
You can't do that.
Exactly.
It's impossible.
Exactly.
That's
but he's just trying to put a gag order on somebody.
I don't know if I got an email. I don't know if I got any prep from the texts that were back and forth from Tyler and his lover. Can you find those for me?
Yeah.
Okay. That's very germane and instrumental to this case.
He said he was tired of Charlie Kirk's hatred.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and you know what? I'm tired of. You know what? I was tired of Colin Kaepernick's hatred, and I was tired of him taking a knee. And I was tired of the Black Lives Matter protests that burnt down the Seattle or Portland, Oregon Police Department. And I've been tired of a lot of different things that I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm just going to realize that that's the world we live in. There's going to be things that are done that I don't like, but it doesn't give me the right to go out. Black Lives Matter people have every right to protest And if they protest too violently, hopefully we have, the law enforcement in place to stop them. But who am I to stop them? The only rights that I have to get involved to kill somebody, if somebody is impeded in my world, broke into my house, put my life in danger. I was in fear of my life. I'm in a convenience store. A guy comes in gunpoint and tries to rob the teller. I have my gun on with me when my Bubba Army tactical bag. I get it out and I smoke them, which I would. I would absolutely smoke the hell out of them.
And then eat a sandwich.
And then eat one of those. You know what? I might even spring for a roller dog at that point, even though it's been on there since last week.
I sent you the text.
Send me the text. We'll go through those next, okay?
Perfect.
If you liked that segment, then you'll definitely like the new redesigned BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
Well, we've got the break.
That one, the first page, and then you just got to hit the arrow over. Go to the left, click on the first page, right there. And then if you just hit that right arrow, it goes to the second page.
Okay. And what's the name of Charlie's deal that he got, the Temple of Terrace?
Oh, the Turning Point?
Turning Point.
Turning Point USA, yeah.
Now, what is that? That's
the organization he started that they pretty much, they'll go out on college campuses and debate and all that stuff, and it's through where like his podcast is from.
Well, I heard her say something about we're gonna open a Turning Point up in every city and every town.
Yeah, they've got a lot of money that got infused to it after Charlie Kirk and stuff, so they were already doing well, but I think they want to make sure they're going to more campuses and continuing their mission.
Yeah, I think they are, but they just got to really pick the right person. So, I know Candace Owens is probably going to step up and do more.
Oh, dude, I don't think, dude. Candace Owens is
really.
Damn.
But
she's cuckoo.
So what I got to do? Turn into a preacher?
Hold on, we need to talk
start
about
doing that?
This on the air as to who replaces them. I don't want to mess it up now.
It's a combination of people. There's not one person can.
But I want to talk about that on the air.
Okay.
Urged with bringing justice. In case to the jail, are we ready to proceed? Yes, Your Honor. Calling case 251-403-576, State of Utah versus Tyler James Robinson. Could you state your name? Tyler James Robinson. Thank you for the jail. Are we ready to?
That's what the problem is. Oh, okay. All right. I'll just do a short. Let's do a short one. I'll do 20 minutes.
Well,
That's fine.
because we could usually if we're about 1:57, we can have it done in like 4 or 5 minutes.
Oh, really? I thought it used to take like 15 or so.
Because you can compile it before too.
That's fine. I'll just end it by 10:30. So whenever we get running, I'm just gonna end it there so I can get out of here.
Okay.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, we'll just
And then I'll cut those liners probably tonight.
Okay. I would say like just have tomorrow, like maybe try to see if we can.
Oh yeah, Brian normally comes over and tries to talk to me, and then I'm like, hey dude, we need a break here while I prepare for the show. But he's always ready to go.
Okay.
Oh man. Tuttle's doing every other Wednesday now.
And Gene's doing every other Wednesday.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito Studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
It's now been, it's coming out. Remember, by the way, the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App at the Bubba Army. And also, let me mushroom Mitch 25. Right. Not to be confused with the Glow Bug. Today we will go through the actual finalists. Like we had candidates for the Hall of Fame. We have 10 people this year that are making it into the class of 2025 Bubba Army Hall of Fame. I had 16. 6 didn't make it, but I would say that those 6 are probably lock-ins for next year.
Yes.
I have 10 people that will be part of the Hall of Fame ceremonies this year during our BARP festivities. I forget. And I think after Friday and Bubba 199, Ashley will be able to give me the qualification list.
Yes.
Of everybody that qualified for BARP.
Yes.
I actually finalized the ring design yesterday, and it's going to be, I will tell you this, it's going to be about half the size of the ones that I've been making over the years, because the ones that I've been making over the years are so obnoxious that you can't wear them. Like, you just can't even wear them.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Well, Gene, we're on camera. You might want to face the camera. Okay, I mean, it's.
I was just looking at the back wall to see where you're going to put the new head.
Gene and I have plenty of room, and don't forget we have new studios, the Strip Mall Studios, which isn't too far, and we're not talking about those. So I'm not telling you anything about them because you'll blurt it out, and I don't want people knowing where the new studios are going to be. So I can talk to you privately if you like, but a lot of times you have to temper what you tell Lasker because he's just
loose cannon.
He'll blow it out. He'll blow it out.
Say it then.
So I didn't know, but are they charging this guy with obstruction?
They need to.
Remember when Charlie Kirk first got gunned down, and within 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, they had this grandpa looking dude who now does he have his pants down?
Yes.
His pants are down, and he has his boxer shorts on. They got him locked up, handcuffed. He's bent at the waist, and it looks like they're hauling him away. It's now now has been identified as George Zinn. George Zinn, the man who claimed to have shot Charlie Kirk, has been charged with obstructing justice.
This guy,
he had child stuff too.
He has child sex abuse material.
How? He didn't think this one through.
He said,
Holy moly,
he surely didn't.
So they got him for obstructing justice, possessing child sex. Hold on, not just child sex stuff, which should get you killed.
Abuse.
But child sex abuse, like that should be a whole nother, like.
It all ought to be death.
Anyway, on the day that Kirk was shot, Zen was seen yelling that he was the gunman to allow the actual. Here's what sucks. Not to mention that he's a child, that he possesses child sex abuse material, and he was obstructing justice.
Well, I'm glad he did this because they ended up getting the guy, and now they ended up getting this guy who had child, abuse stuff.
Yeah, so we got kind of two scumbags off the streets,
Yes.
right? Otherwise, this guy would still be rolling around life with child sexual abuse material on his computer, probably distributing it. They say for every child image that you have on that these monsters have on their computers, there's up to 34 to 40 children that have been victimized.
He has 20. He had him on his phone.
Okay, 20. So there you are. So my stats aren't that because if he had 20, the next guy had 60, and that puts you at 40 for the average.
And they got him for sending it out.
All right, so he was distributing it as well.
Yeah.
I really hope he wasn't planning on debating Charlie Kirk that day. He would have had to take a big L, I think, with whatever he was passionate about.
He may have gotten killed. You're right. This guy may have actually saved. You know what? I wish this guy would have made it up to the microphone and said, "Hey, Charlie, I just want to let you know. I don't know. I know you're very Christianly and what have you, but I am in the business of exchanging and distributing." Child sex abuse material. I think a good conservative like Gene Lasker would, maybe.
I'd have rushed the table.
Yeah.
Well, that Charlie Kirk security, I think, should have taken him out immediately. Yes. If that would have happened.
Zen possessed over 24 images of children in various stages of undressed and sexual posing. What happened on September 10th? Zen was entering the Kirk's event at Utah Valley University. After Kirk was shot, Zen was seen yelling that he had shot Kirk. Police said. Police took Zen into custody, and he was not being cooperative with investigators. He was later transported to the hospital after experiencing a medical issue. Is this about Zen right here?
2024 hurricane.
No,
I don't know how much Mike from Weather Tight Windows spends. I bet he's on every one of my pre-rolls.
This is the time of year, baby.
On every window, $200.
So this isn't it.
No, that's just updating that the guy was not in custody.
So it just goes to show you that even sick. I mean, you have to be sick to want to help the guy get away, and then once you get apprehended because you're trying to help the bad guy get away, upon their investigation, they find that you're into child abuse, sex videos and distribution. So Seth, you're right. I'm glad he made an ass out of himself. Otherwise, he just would have disappeared, gone home, and continued to
touch another kid.
Well, expose, distribute. Very, 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 very harmful image. The worst thing you can do is to be into that.
The Utah man accused of assassinating conservative activist Charlie Kirk has now been charged with murder.
The suspect, Tyler Robinson, making his first appearance in court just moments ago. ABC's Jacqueline Lee is live in Provo, Utah, with details on the case against Kirk's alleged killer that prosecutors are calling an American.
What's up, Jacqueline Lee?
Tragedy.
Me love you long time. Me love you long time.
Mark and Golly, the next time the suspect will appear in court is September 29th, and we learned a lot from prosecutors today who say the suspect killed Charlie Kirk because of his political beliefs. 22-year-old Tyler Robinson making his first appearance virtually in a Utah court today after being officially charged in the deadly shooting of political activist Charlie Kirk. Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray announcing the charge.
Aren't they stating that he's not cooperating at all, Seth? Didn't you say that to me, that he's not?
Last I heard, he wasn't talking to them. Yeah.
Just today.
I am filing a notice of intent to seek the death penalty.
Robinson facing 7 counts, including aggravated murder, felony discharge of a firearm, and obstruction of justice, witness tampering, and committing a violent offense in the presence of a child. Kirk was hit by a single gunshot while speaking on the campus of Utah Valley.
I hope they don't show it here. I can't think that they will, Lummy.
No.
I can't think that they will.
University last week.
After shooting Mr. Kirk, Robinson hid the gun, discarded the clothing he wore when he fired the rifle, and told his roommate to delete and...
God, he was stupid. I don't want him to have gotten away with it more so than he did, but he should have just left the rifle there, wore gloves. You know, he's all worried about this rifle. You know why he's worried about the rifle? Because it was his grandfather's rifle. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
It was his grandfather's rifle, and he didn't want to tip off his dad because his dad knew where granddaddy's rifle is. You know, like I guess they probably kept it in the where they kept all their guns. And it's not uncommon for people. I have a gun safe. Gene, you got a gun.
I got one.
You got a gun safe. I don't know if you have a gun safe
Sure
or not.
do.
I mean, but yeah, it's not uncommon for responsible gun owners to have a gun safe where you keep your long rifles, where you keep your ammo, where you keep your handguns, you know, stuff like that.
Incriminating text messages.
Especially if you got a kid.
Yeah.
Especially if you got a kid.
And not talk to police.
But officials say the roommate is cooperating and shared messages between the two after the shooting. Officials say Robinson...
See, they got the roommate, and see, here's what I'm thinking. They can tell the roommate, listen, you can either be in some very serious trouble for aiding and abetting and helping with the, I don't know if you're a co-conspirator, but you're certainly...
We'll make you into one.
Well, but I mean, you certainly... hid these, you as the roommate, trans lover roommate, did not report these texts to the cops. The cops had to find these texts. You weren't I guess really the only way to cover your ass, if you were to call me and said, hey, I'm going to go kill somebody, I have to then alert, the police to tell them that you just called me and said you're going to go kill somebody. And if I don't do that, then I think I can be held liable, especially if that person gets killed. I could have potentially stopped it. So I bet you they're telling the roommate, the trans roommate, you start singing like a canary. You give us everything you know. You give us every text messages. You let us into the home. You let us, and we will work a deal with you so that you're not, maybe he walks. I don't know.
Pointed the roommate to a note left behind.
The roommate looked under the keyboard and found a note that stated, quote, I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it.
Officials say over text messages, Robinson telling the roommate he needed to go back to get the rifle, then texting, to be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I'm sorry to involve you. The roommate asking, why did you do it? Robinson texting, I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out.
I mean, first of all, I can see where some African Americans have construed Charlie's message as being somewhat disrespectful and racist. Although it's not, it's the truth. But a lot of African Americans don't want to hear the truth. They just want to hear what they think. There's also been a lot of great...
You said African American women aren't as smart, don't have the brain capacity as white women. I mean, is that true?
That's not cool.
Is that true? You said...
I don't know that I don't think it's true. I do not think that that's true. I've seen some other things that people have alleged he said that that was taken completely out of context.
He said that he believes that it's worth losing lives over gun violence to protect the Second Amendment.
Yeah, I mean...
He said he was okay with, other people dying.
Right.
To protect the Second Amendment.
But I can see I could see an African American being full hot at this guy and thinks that he spreads hate speech or is racist and could take him out. Not a white conservative guy that comes from a middle-class family that any of the hate that he would, I guess
he won't even date a black girl.
Well, but here's the deal: he's dating a transitioning person, and I'm sure Charlie was full hot on that situation, and so the hate that this Tyler, what's his last name,
Robinson,
Tyler Robinson, the hate that Tyler Robinson feels is Charlie Kirk's probably. I'm only just giving you my opinion. But is the opinion, my opinion is the hate that he feels, Tyler Robinson feels, is Charlie Kirk's opinion towards people that are transitioning. Now, he, follows the Bible to the letter of the Bible, and that's not very biblical or very religious-like to be changing your sex And so I think that's the hate that Tyler Robinson had in his heart or in his being, if you will, as to otherwise I don't know what would be offensive to a 22, 23-year-old white kid.
Have you spent a lot of time with Charlie Kirk stuff?
Yeah, I have.
I mean, I don't know.
Lately, I have because it's I'm on the algae, so I get everything.
I don't know why you would think that only trans and black people would have an issue with stuff that he said.
Those seem to be the two hot spots that I could see people could get really riled up on. I'm sure that, that
Haven't the trans people caused a lot of problems lately?
Well,
last 6 or 7 problems.
Yeah. They have.
So do you think that they do it because, jail's like a great pork chop smorgasbord for them?
No, I don't think a person that's transitioning would rather be in jail rather than living his life as a free citizen.
Yeah, but they're going to get abused a lot, and they like that.
Oh, boy.
I don't think so, Gene. I think you're wrong on that, my friend. I think you might want to go back to golf carts and Facebook, okay?
The Utah County Attorney also revealing new information about what Robinson's family has told investigators.
As they discussed the situation, Robinson implied that he was the shooter and stated that he couldn't go to jail and just wanted to end it. When asked why he did it, Robinson explained there is too much evil and the guy, referring to Charlie Kirk, spreads too much hate.
No one else has been charged in this case, but prosecutors are still interviewing friends and family to see how and why this happened.
Here are will these blow up? Let me, I just got to kind of read them.
You got to read them like that.
Okay. Here are the text exchanges that happened between Tyler Robinson and his roommate. Has his roommate been identified?
Yes.
Okay, and what's his name?
I'll get you their exact name.
Okay, but he is a male that is transitioning to be a female.
Yes.
And I think they said yesterday.
Lance Twiggs,
and they said yesterday that this was I think that they did report yesterday that it was a romantic relationship.
They are calling them, together. Boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend.
No.
After reading the note, the roommate responded, "What? ? Are you joking, right?" Robinson says, I am still okay, my love. Yeah, well, I think I just answered my own question just now. But I'm stuck in Orem, which is the city, for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I got to grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this a secret till I died of old age. I'm sorry to involve you. His roommate, what's his name, Lance Twiggs?
Yes.
Miss Twiggs. Miss Twiggs says, you weren't the one who did it, right? Robinson says, I am. I'm sorry. The roommate says, I thought they caught the person. Robinson says, no, they grabbed some crazy old dude. So Seth, he was pretty much kind of like probably on X or something. Like he was probably monitoring this minute by minute so that that could help him, possibly evade capture as to who they're arresting, where they're looking at. So I'm assuming he's getting real time,
Yeah, that would make sense.
Updates from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Because remember, the minute that they arrested Grandpa, they had it out. Remember, they had pictures on X. Here is a person of interest. So that's how, Robinson would know. So the roommate, Miss Twiggs, says, I thought they caught the person. Robinson says, no, they grabbed some crazy old dude and interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town is locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering. So I think, and watching the news last night and reading various things, is that he actually had sight. He actually had a visual where he had dropped the rifle in the edge of the woods, and there was a squad car that was parked right there. So he couldn't go grab that rifle. So it says, why? Why did I do it? So roommate says, why? He says, Robinson says, why did I do it? Roommate says, yeah, I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I'm able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they've moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it. So again, Seth, he's probably keeping up with news, and that right there is exactly why a lot of police agencies or the FBI director or whoever won't necessarily give you evidence that you feel they should, because the bad guy's monitoring the news to make his next move. So I understand in a lot of cop work and a lot of things like this.
I wonder what he thought when he saw Cash Patel say we got the guy.
Yeah.
All right.
And there was a point, wasn't there, Seth, where I think they announced that they had the rifle too. They had found the rifle.
I thought they did.
Yeah.
They did. I think that was like a day later, the next day.
Yeah. Roommate, Miss Twiggs, how long have you been planning this? Robinson, a bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it, but there's a squad car parked right by it talking about the gun. He's really, really worried about this gun. I would be worried. Wouldn't you, Lasker? I'd be worried about getting my ass out of town.
Yeah, but the gun's going to, link them to it.
Yeah.
They're going to figure out the numbers on it, went to the grandpa's name.
I know. So why stashed it?
Right, why stashed it?
I think they already swept the spot, but I don't want to chance it. Robinson, I'm wishing I had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I got in my vehicle. I'm worried what my old man will do if I didn't bring it back, bring back Grandpa's rifle. I don't know if it had a serial number, but it wouldn't have traced to me. I worry about prints. I had to leave it in the bush when I changed outfits. When I changed outfits, didn't have the ability or time to bring it with. I might have to abandon it and hope they don't find prints. How the F will I explain losing it to my old man? Only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. Remember how I was engraving bullets? The effing messages are mostly a big meme. If I see notice, was it bull? I can't.
Notice his bulge UWU
on Fox. I'm assuming he meant news. On Fox News, I might have a stroke. All right, I'm going to have to leave it. This really effing sucks. So it's my understanding, like, he's at a distance. And he's looking at where he deposited his rifle or hid his rifle under some towels. And there's a cop car that is parked right beside the rifle. So he's at a distance looking at the cop car, knowing that he can't just roll up on there and say, hey, buddy, I'm going to grab this rifle.
I'm glad that he's pretty concerned about what his dad's going to say.
Judging from today, I'd say my grandpa gun does just fine. I don't know. I think that was a $2,000 scope. Robinson says, delete this exchange. Robinson then goes on to say, my dad wants photos of the rifle. He says, Grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo of the rifle, and it's very unique. He's calling me. I'm not answering. So it shows that while he was on the loose, they showed pictures of the rifle. He saw them. The dad saw him. The dad saw the pictures of the rifle. Tyler Robinson saw pictures of the rifle, and his dad then picked up the phone and started calling, Robinson, saying, "Where's the rifle?"
Well, his grandpa called because it was his grandpa's rifle.
Yeah, he says he says Robinson says Grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo of the rifle and it's very unique. He's calling me and I'm not answering. Now I don't know if he says his dad's calling him or his grandpa.
Oh boy.
I think his dad.
Yeah, I do too. Robinson, since Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty much diehard MAGA. Robinson continues on by saying, I'm gonna turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors is here. One of my neighbors here is a deputy for the sheriff. Robinson continues on. You are all I worry about, love. Roommate, Miss Twiggs, I'm much worried about you. Robinson, which I love me. Is there more? Is there more? Or is this it?
That's it. It was over like it's a timeline. It's over like his whole time being out or whatever from shooting
so
to
the 33
arrest.
hours.
Yeah.
Don't talk to the media, please. Don't take any interviews or make any comments. If police ask you for a question, ask for a lawyer, and stay silent. So that's the text exchange. Here is, would this be considered his arraignment? I think this would be considered his arraignment. Gene, you're the one that's been in jail the most. When they take you right first to your first appearance in front of the judge, I think is called your arraignment. Is it not?
Yep.
Like, so Lasker, when you get arraigned, are you just sitting in the cell and they go, Lasker,
yeah,
5892624, get your ass over here.
Court. Not guilty.
Lawyer. Mr. Lasker, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
No, you usually say, Kevin.
Well, the lawyer's already there.
Oh, Kevin's there already?
Yeah.
I plead Kevin Hazlett.
Usually Kevin pleads for you. He tells you don't say nothing.
You don't even go sometimes, do you?
Well, you have to go sometimes. You have to be standing in front of them so they can
But Gene, would you not suggest, no matter how much of a badass you think you are, no matter if you're an outlaw, no matter if you're
that
whatever,
judge is not talking to you.
But you need to be a perfect gentleman.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, sir?
Yep.
No, sir?
No, sir.
Yes, Your Honor? No, Your Honor? I mean, Your Honor could say, Gene Lasker, you're an idiot. Yes, Your Honor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sure
Don't
am.
look the judge in the eye either.
Don't?
No. Got no reason to. You're not on his level.
Proceed. Yes, Your Honor. Calling.
I know they did this remotely. Do you think they did it remotely, Seth, for his safety? Because the more you got to move him, the more some nut job, some MAGA nut job that has more guns than all of us times 50 will try to take him out because But when you move a prisoner to usually the courthouse and the jail are not connected.
You probably don't want to put any of your officers or any of that at risk if that's what they're worried about.
So doing it via Zoom, which they do to everybody. It would just be a dog and pony show to roll them out publicly and take them to the courthouse but you've really, 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 in my opinion, increased your odds of some type of effery. I mean, Gene, it wouldn't be listen, these MAGA people are so adamant about their mission and their statement that it wouldn't be unreasonable for them to didn't they already try to bomb the Fox News truck?
Yeah, 2 of them.
So keep this guy in the jail.
Put the bulletproof vest on.
Let's do it. I think that's the anti-suicide vest.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Keeps you from poking yourself with a knife?
I think that's the anti-suicide deal. So you keep him zoomed up until he's actually got to go in person. And then at that point, man, because you don't want a Jack Ruby deal. Remember that? Mm-hmm. When they were bringing Lee Harvey Oswald to make his first court appearance, and Jack Ruby was, in the Sally Port of the jail of the police headquarters and shot him in the stomach and killed him. Like, you don't want. There is a lot of people that would love to kill this guy.
I would if he was in Hillsborough County.
Gene Lasker would like to kill.
I would go out as a hero that got him.
Lasker, you got too much life to live. You got too much of a beautiful family to do that.
I know. But
Sarah would talk you out of it. She'd go, Gene, you're not going.
But Sarah's still crying.
It's a suicide smock.
I was right.
Yes.
Case 251-403-576, State of Utah versus Tyler James Robinson. Could you state your name?
Tyler James Robinson.
Thank you for being here, Mr. Robinson. I'm
Thank
Judge
you.
Graff. Mr. Scortis.
Good afternoon.
By the way, I got a text from the great Ty J. Armstrong.
All right.
And he said, Gene Lasker's straight money. Straight. By the way, Ty J texted me a few days ago and said, hey, I love, not that I can give a lot or do a lot, but I was doing a insurance drone survey for a guy, and he recognized that I was Ty J, and he identified himself as full-blown Bubba Army.
Nice.
And it was going to be a $510 bill, and I told the guy to give me $250.
Nice.
Half off Bubba Army.
Sweet.
Hashtag 86 drone. Yeah, he's got a full-blown drone company.
Nice.
And he does well, Gene. Yeah, full-blown.
That's a good idea.
Your Honor, you're probably already aware of my presence or why I'm here, but if not, I am not entering an appearance. I'm not counsel on this case. I'm working with the county to get counsel assigned, but we need you to allow for the appointment of counsel.
Thank you, Mr. Scortis.
So is he asking for a court-appointed attorney at this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
He's really going
go
down.
I mean, isn't it? I thought, Gene, that if you had a little bit of money, or your parents had money, or they had equity in their house, or anything, that you were not, in. So I forget the
You
word.
weren't able to get a free one?
They would say, tell your mom and dad to mortgage your house. And
I don't know, man.
maybe since he's an adult.
He's 22.
Yeah, so since
they
he's an
never
adult.
asked me for a court appointed. They told me to get a lawyer.
Through the
They wasn't giving me one.
qualifications for indigency.
Indigence or something.
But that is my intent, Mr. Scortis.
Very well.
And I thank you for being here.
They're probably having a problem
So, Mr.
getting somebody to step up to the pump to do it for them.
Yeah.
Robinson, you have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the court can appoint an attorney to represent you. I have reviewed your declaration of financial status and find that you are indigent.
Indigent.
That means he's poor.
That means you ain't got a lot of money. I thank God I got attorneys as friends, because I would be considered indigent.
Oh, yeah.
Provisionally appointing a Rule 8 qualified attorney to represent you on your case, Mr. Robinson. Along with their filing of their appearance of counsel, the assigned attorneys must file declarations with the court that outline their qualifications under Rule 8 and Rule 8C. Under Rule 8B and Rule 8C for counsel appointment in a case where death may be a sentencing option.
Maybe you can lock it in. I think the prosecutor goes right for the death on this deal here,
and the judge gives it to him.
I'm that those declarations be filed prior to the next hearing date, which is set for September.
I think I'd rather die, though. I think I'd rather just face. I think, Lemmy, what do they have? 2 forms of death in Utah: the firing squad and lethal injection.
Yes. Which one would you take?
Probably lethal.
No, man, I've heard that's I've heard that's a tough scene sometimes.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I think I'd take the bullet.
Take the bullet.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think the court should have a say so in it, because since you bulleted,
I'd
somebody,
aim at his face.
What Gene? I think they have like seven.
I know, but if I'm the guy that holds the real bullet, his face is blowing off of his shoulders.
Mm-hmm. I mean, actually, would you try? I tried to put it right where he put Charlie's.
Yeah, there
right?
you go. But in the nose, man.
But no, I'd put it.
Split him like a melon.
I would analyze if I was one of the firing squad shooters for the state of Utah that was going to kill
Turn
this
him
guy.
into a canoe.
I would analyze and really spend a lot of time into see the actual jugular / or carotid artery that you hit, and hit you at the same exact spot.
There you go.
You got the luxury of him being tied. Like he can't wiggle around. They got you tied up with a bag over your head. And so, Charlie Kirk was moving around and talking, so you could hitting a moving, he probably got lucky in where he hit Charlie. But
he just got lucky.
But you as a firing squad guy, Gene, you're that's what you're doing a lot. You're probably an expert marksman, and it's not that far away. I think, Lemmy, what is it, 18 foot or 20 feet? It's not very, it's like from here to the
I wonder if I get fired from I wouldn't be able to shoot nobody else
you
after
just
that.
say, you're saying sorry, if you hit him right between the eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd be like, hey, Lasker, you can't be on the firing squad anymore.
Yeah, because you don't listen.
Number 20.
That's in life, Gene. You should have a T-shirt that says, I don't listen.
9.
Except to Sarah.
I love you,
At
Sarah.
10 a.m. Mr. Robinson, I also wish to inform you of your rights against self-incrimination. Anything that you say in court today could be used against you, and we want to protect your constitutional rights. Mr. Robinson, at this time, you will remain in custody without bail.
Ever getting bail on this one.
Mr. Skordas, is there any other points that you wish to address?
No, thank you very much, Your Honor.
Turning to the state.
Any regret there, you think, right now? I mean,
look at him. He's got some regret.
I mean, I think Seth, yes, but he's trying to be a big boy about it. But I think deep down he's really freaking out. And I don't think that his look right there is one of arrogance or cockiness. I think it's one of being, what in the hell did I do? And I'm dead. Like, I'm going to die.
Does he have any beginning of being stupid in his life?
No, I think to the completely. I think it was a regular.
All of a sudden,
I think
he
was
just wanted to do this.
I think he was a regular kid. I think he maybe dabbled in homosexuality a little bit, which doesn't make him a bad kid. And then he got a transitioning lover. And none of his rage or any of his reasoning why he shot Charlie has anything to do with his sexuality or his upbringing or his belief system, or it's just what he was mad at the hate he feels at the hate that Charlie Kirk spewed. And that's my understanding. Like, he wasn't a troubled kid. He didn't get in trouble as a kid. Like, Gene, if you went out and killed somebody, you'd be like, well, it's Gene Lasker. He's been arrested 22 times. He was an orphan. You know, he went from like 7 or 8 different, foster homes. Then he got hooked up with this one dude named Jerry Rod, who was somewhat abusive, but took him under his wing and kind of manned him up, put him through high school. But, he was they would be able to consider you a troubled youth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This guy, I've not seen, Seth, have you seen any indicators that he was a troublemaker? I don't think so.
No, they just said, over the last year or so, he became very political.
Right, but just this past year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said he was a quiet
I think his
kid.
mom said that over the last year he became political.
He was quiet and he was good at academics, they say.
Good at what?
He was
Academics.
a 4.0 average student, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a 4.0 student.
Fernando for the state. I'm also joined, and they're listed as attendees, Ryan McBride, Lauren Hunt, David Sturgill, and Chris Ballard. We are the trial team on this case. I do have a few points I'd like to bring up with Your Honor. We have filed a pretrial protective order on behalf of Erica Kirk. We would ask the court to review that. It should be in your queue, Your Honor, and sign that.
Thank you.
What's he saying?
I have reviewed the pretrial protection.
I think that they're just doing all the preliminary,
But for Erica, what do
you mean?
What has he got to do? What has she got to do with it now?
I mean, she's the victim.
No, she's Charlie Kirk's wife.
Yeah, that's Charlie. Right. Yeah, that's Charlie Kirk's wife. So she's at this point, Gene, the surviving victim. You know what I'm saying?
Ask the court to review that. It should be in your queue, Your Honor, and sign that.
Is she going to have some kind of say on the death penalty or something?
No. Mm-mm.
I have reviewed the pretrial protective order and will be issuing.
If they ask, what do you think she's going to say?
Protective order in favor of Erica Kirk.
She might
say no because she's a Jesus person.
Yeah, I mean, really, to be a true Christian, you're supposed to forgive. I don't know. It also says an eye for an eye.
Yep.
Yeah,
so,
you got to read it.
You get to read. It's how you read it.
I've been yelled at about that a lot of times. That's the way I say all the time.
You always go eye for eye.
Yeah, but you got to read it again. It's really not. It doesn't really say that.
Gene, let me try to find the scripture where it says eye for eye, because Gene says he's always used it when beating people up. But if you really read it in its entirety, it
really doesn't say that.
Any other business that we need to address today, Council?
It's Matthew 5:38-39.
Just go ahead and read it.
You have heard that it was said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say to you, do not resist the one who is evil. But if anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to him the other also.
See?
So turn the other cheek?
Yeah.
And just walk away?
Yes.
Yeah, Gene, you don't do that, do you?
Man, what if they made the Bible?
I do that a lot now.
But if you look at Genesis 9:6, whoever sheds the blood of a man, by man shall his blood be shed. For God made his man in his own image.
What were you going to say, Seth?
I was just going to say if the Bible was just very clear and not necessarily open to interpretation for some things, we'd be on the same page here.
Right, exactly.
Or Exodus 21:12, whoever strikes a man so that he dies shall be put to death.
There you go. I like that. See,
I like that one. Where's that one coming from?
Gene,
Exodus.
learn that one, Gene.
Exodus in the Old Testament.
Hold on, Exodus, what chapter?
21:12.
21:12.
Gene, all you got to say is Exodus 21:12.
But is he an Old Testament guy?
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of guy I am, but I want to be able to,
Gene's whatever,
use the value of the Bible to get out of jail.
Whatever serves Gene's purposes. Exodus
21:12.
21,
knows all
no,
Bibles.
I think it's 2021.
No, it's 21:12.
21:12.
I'm getting
it right now.
Exodus 21:12 says if you what's one more time, Lummy?
Whoever strikes a man so that he dies shall be put to death.
There you go.
Boom.
If I'm the state of Utah, I just say that and
That's
rest.
it.
We did file just recently
All those Mormons will go crazy
in the last few minutes. And
What, is all Mormons up there?
pretty much.
Oh, yeah. Do you think there's any chance that this is expedited as far as if it is the death penalty, that he doesn't sit on death row for 20 years?
Yes. I think that they'll exhaust all appeals as quickly as they can to make this guy an example in the next 2 to 3 years.
AI Trump said he's going to get him killed in 30 days.
Okay.
AI Trump.
AI Trump. Lummy, what can you Google what's the fastest a person's ever been put sentenced to death then subsequently executed?
Seek the death penalty that was filed by Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray. So that should be in the court's file. Lastly, I would just indicate to the court and
again, they just said the death penalty has been filed.
At this point, Mr. Robinson, that we are prepared to collect all of the discovery in this matter and get that turned over to the defense as soon as possible.
252 days.
That's it? Less than a year?
Yes.
Well, there we go with. I mean, less than a year. What state? What example?
Texas.
Oh,
in
man.
1992.
In 1992.
Yes.
So that's modern day. 256 days?
Yes.
Nice.
What did the guy do?
He shot a guy in the head.
Yeah, it wasn't even an important guy.
Rule 16 requires us to provide what we have relied on in charging the information and bringing these charges within 5 days once it's requested. So that'll be prepared to disseminate to the defense as soon as possible.
Thank you, Mr. Grander. Mr. Robinson, what I also want to do is you have the right to have the charges read that you stand charged of, and I wish to read those to you at this time.
Just a friendly judge?
Evidently.
No.
Robinson ought to just speak up. I smoked him right in the neck.
Oh, my goodness.
Easy, Gene.
That would really
you know what I'm
speed
saying?
things up.
Yeah, I mean, Gene.
The views and opinions made by Gene Lasker are not necessarily those of our advertisers or this radio station.
So here's the judge. The judge is not being nice. He's just being very procedural so that there's no wiggle room for an appeal.
He also knows the world's watching,
He
right?
knows the world's watching.
He's a hanging judge, though, I could tell.
No, but I'm just telling you, he's just trying to be absolutely so factual and go right by the letter of the law procedurally so that there does not leave any room for an appellate issue. So what his kindness and lack of stiffness is just so that he doesn't put any personal feelings or beliefs in on this case. He's just reading the facts.
He just wants to go home after this and just stay out of it and wait for the jazz season to start.
Yeah, he don't want no.
Mr. Robinson.
Don't they also have a hockey team?
Yeah, they do, and they've go BYU as well.
Count 1, aggravated
home of Jim McMahon, my friend.
Yes, yeah.
Former Bear.
Murder, a capital felony in violation of Utah Code annotated 76-5-202, in that on September 10th, 2025 in Utah County, the defendant, Tyler James Robinson, intentionally or knowingly caused the death of Charlie Kirk under the following circumstances. The defendant knowingly created a great risk of death to another individual other than Charlie Kirk and the defendant. Notice conviction of this offense may carry the death penalty or pursuant to Utah Code 76-3-207.7, a mandatory term of imprisonment for life without parole or an indeterminate term of not less than 25 years, that may be for life.
There you go.
The jail, are we ready to proceed?
He's gonna, again, well, let me just found case law that within a year in 1992, a guy that killed another dude in Texas was put to death. He probably waived all of his appeals. Like, that was probably because the defendant, the bad guy, said, I did it. I don't want any appeals. Any appeals that you want to file on my behalf, I reject. I did it. Lock it in. I did it. I don't want to be on death row for a bunch of years. Just go ahead and fry me up.
You think that judge, he just stood up and says, I'll take this case? How does that work?
No, I mean, cases are...
He was told he had to?
No, they're assigned. They have a rotation. So, like, he was the next up on a case.
You think he really wanted this case?
Listen, yes, this case will make you a superstar.
It might make you dead, too.
Look at Judge... Nobody's going to...
How about the he-she's down the road?
The he-she's aren't going to do anything to this judge. Look at Judge Ito and his popularity with regards to the O.J. trial. He was a nothing until the O.J. trial made him an absolute celebrity. How about the hot Judge Lummy in the Parkland shooting? Remember that chick?
Oh, yeah.
In the Parkland shooting. So judges become big-time brands.
I know, but you're mixing up different type of people. You're mixing up he-she's that ain't got no reason to live anyway, so they're going to take him out.
He, she's are
Gene. You can't use the NFL guy because football players didn't care about what he did, and us being fans didn't help him.
Gene, those are called transitioning people. They're not he, she's. They're transitioning people, and I don't think there's a big group of them that are going to kill the judge for doing his job and overseeing this.
Well, we've been having a lot of problems with them lately in life, haven't we?
And the judge,
we just talked about that.
Judge's responsibility in this case isn't to decide whether he's guilty or not. The judge's is just to make sure that the trial goes without any appellate issues and that it's a fair trial.
Okay, but the Robinson kid's got the right to say whether he wants a jury or just a judge.
Yeah, and he's going to take a jury. He's going to take a jury. And I don't know that you do have that right if you have the capital murder punish. I don't know if a judge, if you can just have a judge on something this bad. I think this automatically goes to a jury because they don't want one person deciding a person's life. They want 11 or 12 people determining it. And then in Florida, if you are sentenced to death, once you're sentenced, they find you guilty of a crime in the sentencing portion, just up until like 5 years ago, the judge would say, I sentenced you to death. Now, in order to be sentenced to death in the state of Florida, the jury has to unanimously decide that, adding yet another layer of protection on the appellate.
Oh, so the judge can't say, oh, well, the jury was idiot, so you're going to die.
The judge couldn't say the jury found you guilty, and I'm going to have you come back in 2 weeks, and I'm going to give you your sentencing, because that's how most of it goes.
Right.
Like, the jury doesn't do your sentence unless it's a death penalty case.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the judge does all sentencing unless it's a death penalty. If it's a death penalty, then the jury reconvenes and then agrees or not agrees to kill you. The jury either gives you life in jail without parole, or they give you the death. But death now in Florida has to be determined by a jury. So I don't know if it's Utah may still have where the judge can sentence you to death, but I know in Florida they can't. I mean, we're way behind. I got phone lines going crazy. Yes. 813-902-BUBBA. 813-902 Bubba, 813-902 Bubba. I'll pick up those momentarily. I also got a couple other great stories to play as well. And let me tomorrow, I think I have a big announcement with regards to the documentary.
Oh, nice.
I thought that was going to say today.
Well, it's my handlers. The owners of the documentary have told me that they're not ready for me to say it yet. And that's who I answer to.
But it's going to be, I did find out yesterday. Thanks for telling me. I think it's going to be very appealing.
I think it's going to be huge. I think it is.
Yes.
So we'll be back in a minute.
If you want a deep dive into the Bubba the Love Sponge show from the past, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back after these words.
Got it.
Man, he's really bringing you up a lot lately.
He needs to put me on his channel, like the good old days. Got any pretzels? No, Lummy didn't. I bought 4 bags.
Why am I on this golf cart with
salt. And everybody ate them all up, and nobody fucking replaced them.
Wow, pretzels are a real in-demand item around here.
Yeah.
Is it just those pretzels or any pretzels?
I think just any pretzels. They kind of like they take that little bit of craving that you got.
Are they in the fridge?
I don't know. We've been buying them for a while now, so I don't know if.
I'll order more. Let me order more.
Well, no, we have, now it's our turn to.
We used to have the fans. I'll give order us them. a bunch of food. What happened? Quit asking.
Blitz took it. Yes, we would. We did used to get pretzels and all sorts of things. It looks like those days are over.
He used to have a little room. He had so much food.
Yeah.
What happened to that room? No more?
I think it's just got ketchup in it now.
I remember there was so much ketchup.
There is, yeah. It's like they.
And so he says, "Go grab me something, whatever you want, Lasker." So I grabbed 2 ketchup. He pulled one back out of my hand.
Bubba, do you want a couple of the pretzel rods that Montreal left?
Yeah, but the last time he brought me some, they were a little bit stizzale.
Gene was asking for pretzels.
Marshall said he's not having been eating pretzels because of his
diet.
Yeah, he's cutting weight.
I didn't know. I feel like I like a soft pretzel at a ball game.
Yeah. I eat pretzels as much as I can. Thank you.
I've never heard anybody say that.
Here, try Ski Bowl 100 bits.
100 bits.
They got a funky taste to them.
Yeah.
Why, you think they're stale?
Yeah.
Those don't really go stale, do they?
They're still good in there. They don't have that good crunch.
Man, Bubba, you drink 409. I mean, those should be like that should be like a.
Well, I drink WD-40.
Yeah, that should be like a delicacy to you.
What was the deal on the horny nurse? I got that story coming up.
What was it?
I got the story coming up, buddy.
Just hearing Gene say horny nurse.
Gene, would you eat pretzel cereal?
Huh?
Pretzel cereal?
what the chat really wants to know.
Did you make that picture?
Which one?
That was.
Oh, yeah. I saw, did you see the other one? The one I sent you? It was like very...
I didn't look at it, but yeah, I see it.
Did it go through?
The pyramid of the
Gene.
I can't wait to put that out there.
Where's Gene on his golf cart today? We're in the parade. Greg D, $20. Add your customers.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabedo studios.
Aquabedo.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Don't forget, and I think we're halfway sold out. We might as well just keep these in. Might as well buy like 5,000 of them and keep them in stock because we buy them in increments of like 300 and 400, and they sell out in a couple days. And that is the retractable Bubba Army 9-inch. I think it's a 4-inch blade with a 5-inch body. And it's retractable.
People love it.
And it's pretty much badass. And it says Bubba Army on the blade. And it's got its little carrying case.
You can key a car with it.
You can. Gene Lasker has keyed a car with the. It has the actual on the other side of the blade. It has the where you can punch out a window in case you were in a wreck.
I'm gonna try that soon.
Well, like on a guy that does you dirty or something like that.
Something.
Oh boy. Greg D, $20.
Thank you so much, Greg D. Again, it looks like my the video killed the radio star, the documentary. The announcement that I have will probably be tomorrow, hopefully. I'm doing the Matt Cox podcast today to promote video killed the radio star. I don't know if Matt does his live or he tapes them. It seems like all the big guys tape them.
Yeah, his looks like it's taped too.
Okay, good. Hi, who's this? You're on the air.
Bubba.
Yes.
What's going on, man? This is Big Game Over from Arizona.
Hey, what's up, Big Game Over from Arizona? Thank you. By what means do you catch the show, Big Game Over?
Man, I've been watching on YouTube every morning for the past 3 months. I used to listen to you on satellite, but I got rid of that. So I've been watching you on YouTube. I just became a member yesterday so I could check out all your other stuff, too.
Perfect. There's a lot of good stuff up in there, from Lummy's Goat Report to there's just a bunch of great stuff, a lot of ancillary stuff out there. Thank you so much, my friend, and thank you for just finding us yesterday and starting to watch us. Thank you.
Yeah, man. I've been watching for about 3 months, but I caught your concrete podcast yesterday, man, and I just wanted to tell you, man, that was a great podcast. I loved when you're giving dude a little shiz about his arm and the slang and the fight he got into.
Concrete Clem? Concrete Clem?
Yeah, concrete. Yeah.
So,
yeah, man, but I just wanted to thank you, man, and you wake me up every morning and get us going, and rest in peace, Charlie, man.
All right, my man, be safe, my friend, on the road. We appreciate you. Thank you, Arizona. Hello, who's this?
Hey, Bubba, it's Big Gulp.
Hey, Big Gulp, what's going on?
Not a whole lot. This has been kind of tough because I in no way want violence for anybody. I don't want, I don't think that this ever should have happened. It's awful. And I think that this kid is going to get what he deserves. That's wonderful. But I think that Kirk said things in his debates and on X and when he was on national television that promoted things that hurt people. He thought that transgender care should be outlawed, whether you could pay for it out of your own pocket or not.
Well, let me ask you a
He
question.
thought that gay people should be stoned to death.
I don't agree with that. But just with regards to, if we talked about transgender care, are we talking are we talking about while you're a child, or are we talking about after you've become an adult?
Totally. Completely illegal to be trans.
Yeah, I mean, he was an absolute to the letter follower of the scripture. I'm sure it says that in there somewhere. But in today's world, you have to temper your opinion because, we're not living the life of, how old's the Bible? A couple thousand years old?
Right. Well, Bubba, Jesus never said a single thing about homosexuality. Never.
Well, you know that
I'm a Christian.
I know, but you know that, I hope you're not yelling at me because I don't have the same view. I like gays.
No, I think that everybody is entitled to their opinion, and I have no problem with people having a different view. Obviously, most of Bubba Army is very, I would say, leans right, and obviously Scout and I are not so right because we're lesbians, and we love the Bubba Army. We love the people, but it's hard.
Yeah, but I think hold on, Scout. I think it's
actually Big Gulp.
Oh, I'm sorry, Big Gulp. Usually it's Scout this early.
Yeah, it is.
But
she said, "Why don't you call this morning?" Because she's
letting the boss. She's letting the boss lady call in for these big time discussions. I think the average American that represents themselves as either Republican or Democrat, I don't think being gay is an issue that really hardcore Republicans should care about. I'm a tweener.
Right.
I think you should be able to take your girlfriend to the abortion clinic with your handgun, smoking a joint.
Right.
So I'm all over the road, and I think most Americans.
But she's telling you about Charlie Kirk, Bubba, because earlier you said that nobody really outside of black people would be upset with Charlie, and she's explained to you as a white lesbian woman why she has issues with.
And I agree, and I understand, Big Gulp, why you would feel that way. But But you're obviously a very sane-minded, responsible woman that is attracted to another woman, and his messages are demeaning and disrespectful to you and the life that you live. But is it worth? And I'm not trying. Hold on. And I'm not trying to stick up for the guy. But is it worth? Is it worth him getting killed for?
No, absolutely not. And that's why I said that the very first thing I said is I believe this kid should get what he deserves. But there are people that are not sane that will take that, as you know, and as you know, Gene, I love you. I love you, and I love Sarah. I've met you both. We've met you both. But she
prefers Sarah. She prefers Sarah.
To look at, sure, but we're gay.
Well, can I just say something?
And we love each other, and that doesn't hurt you. That doesn't hurt anybody.
If we go
for him to say that we should be stoned to death.
Gene didn't say that.
Kirk said that.
And I'm just reading this off Snopes, which is a fact checker website that sometimes doesn't always. It actually never really leans right. They checked Charlie Kirk did not say that gay people should get stoned. He was reacting to a person named Miss Rachel, who's a YouTube personality, who was quoting the Bible to explain why she supported Pride Month. He had many quotes in the Bible, which was one, and he said, you can take different quotes in the Bible and have them mean something different every single time. And so they cut it and clipped it. So he was,
Right.
but he said
was
other.
asked-
He was saying
asked-
other. He said he never said, which is this what Snopes said. Never came out and said gay people should be stoned. He said Miss Rachel has clipping and who was celebrating Pride Month, and he was reading different Bible verses from Leviticus and all those things. And he said in the same chapter in Leviticus, because she was saying that Pride, it says also in the same chapter, it says that gay people should be stoned. So in that same book, you can take different quotes and make them how you want. And they claimed that he was saying gay people should be stoned, when all he was doing was reacting to what she said and quoted the same Bible verse or same Bible chapter that she quoted.
Here's the thing. I don't think in today's society that you can live your life by the letter of the Bible. I think the Bible, there's so many other issues that the Bible could never really ever had to face, or didn't really predict society would go by the way we are now, that outlandish things like gay should be stoned and other things like that. I think you can still be Christian, you can still be religious, and you don't have to believe every page and every letter of the Bible. I'm not saying you pick and choose, but I think you can live the majority of your life according to the Bible and realize that those times were far different back then. We didn't humanity has progressed not only socially but sexually as well. And I think that the Bible is, I don't want to say outdated, but somewhat out of touch with how fast society evolved, and the Bible is very antiquated in some instances, and being stoned as a gay is one of them.
Right. So, but he didn't believe in us having civil rights, and he thought that civil rights caused civil unrest. And he felt like gay marriage shouldn't have been legal because he doesn't believe that the Bible would accept that. But what is separation of church and state? It's just a really hard time because he's going down as a martyr, but he said things that made this kid, who was obviously mentally unstable, want to shoot him.
Right.
And I don't agree with that, but that is,
But Big Gulp, doesn't it just show how, if you take the entire body of work as to what has happened, doesn't it just show from where this Tyler kid developed his hatred to Charlie Kirk's message of the Bible in its purest form, which is not really in some instances not relative to the love. I mean, not the Bible isn't really relative in some instances of the life that we're living. And isn't it just disgusting the state of our country, and that we can't come together and say, hey, you know what? Let's pick and choose and do what's right. People can love the same sex if that's who they're attracted to. We need to be worried about that. The really bad guy at the event was the old timer who had sexual abuse pictures. That really was. I mean, I'm not. Listen, of course, the shooter.
But
that's who we should be.
Pedophiles are not being prosecuted the way they should be prosecuted. They're getting light sentences. They're getting light sentences. There was a guy that had messed with 2 kids, and he got 8 to 10 years.
So again.
He got 180 days probation. 180 days probation.
And here's the thing: I don't even know. The Bible is so antiquated that it will address the situation of life that you're living in.
But he's a young white man, and they don't want to hurt his future.
All right, hear me out, girls. You guys are getting really those mile markers are really clicking by right now, man. You guys are full high. Let me. They got the
good to be white.
Gene, they got the Jake brake. They need to flip that Jake brake on and slow this thing down a little bit now. But isn't it okay if we're gonna live according to the Bible? Okay. Here's another thing that's flawed. They address your situation in life, meaning gays. The Bible addresses that. But I don't know, you know the Bible better than I do. The Bible doesn't address pedophilia or kids. I don't think the Bible ever talks about that. And that is a absolute unbelievable issue that we're going through and that we're living through in life, but the Bible wants to, stone the gays who aren't doing anything wrong, who are staying in their lane, who in my dealings with people, gay people are some of the nicest people I've ever met. And the Bible doesn't, just to show you how they couldn't keep up with society, there's not one mention of the Bible about touching or abusing children. So you can't live your life according to the Bible. I think that might be a little bit of what Charlie Kirk's problem is. He lived it to the letter of the Bible, and I think you have to you can be a Christian, you can be evangelical, you can be a politician that is conservative and which tends to be more religious, but you got to make some adjustments in the message of the Bible in itself because it's antiquated and in some instances wrong.
Well,
sometimes you have to evolve.
Yes.
Luke 17:2 does say, it doesn't say pedophilia, but it says if someone causes a child to sin, they should have a millstone hung around their neck.
Okay. Well,
that's all it really says.
Right. Making a kid sin. Was that giving a kid a BB gun and going get stealing a candy bar? I don't know.
Yeah.
But Big Gulp, I understand where you're coming from. It's just sad that we're getting.
It is. I feel horrible for his wife and children. It's awful.
We're getting
it's
more.
Awful.
We're getting more divisive, and getting further apart. When we need to have a politician that speaks like some of the instances that I was saying. Why can't you, as a Republican or a Democrat, cross party lines and like things that normally the other party likes? Like, for instance, I like Republican. It's unheard of for a Republican to be pro-woman, pro-choice. I'm supposed to be pro-life, meaning you can't get an abortion. Well, I think that a woman should have the right to do with what she wants with her body clear up until the third trimester. That's Democrat. Whereas I also am a big believer in the Second Amendment. That's Republican. Why can't we have a candidate? And I think there's more Americans like me that are on both sides of the fence. So why can't I find somebody to represent me in Congress or in Senate or in the president that, is both sides of the fence? I don't know, because it's probably political suicide because we're all a bunch of sheep and we're just, we're conditioned to only be one way or the other, whether we can't. And whereas really, I think the majority of Americans, there's a middle ground and we are kind of flip-flopping on both sides of the fence. That's the answer, but nobody will do it.
I think that's true, and I think that there's people choose their button issues.
If I was a Republican and I was a politician, like, Mr. Clinton, what do you think about gays? I'd be like, if you're over 18, who am I to tell you who you can love? Who am I to tell you who you can be attracted to? If you're over 18 and the person that you're dealing with is over 18 and it's consensual, I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm not going to tell you who you're supposed to love. But by the same token, I think you should be able to own a handgun and get an abortion.
Right. People pick a deal breaker issue, and that's how they pick their candidate now, because they don't have a candidate that will do everything for them. I don't know that exists. It doesn't exist right now, and I think term limits would help. I think
especially
campaign reform would help.
Especially in the Senate.
None of them want it.
Senate and Congress should have term limits. If the president can only do 2 terms, they should do 2 terms. It'd be more turnover in both sides of the House, and it would be less corruption, because if you're a 9-time senator, you've developed that many relationships and have that long of a time to have some shady-ass deals, whereas if you can only two and done, you really can't establish that type of networking. I mean, look at Nancy Pelosi's, stock profile. It's a really tough time that we're going through right now, Big Gulp. I understand your position, I really do, and more importantly, we really appreciate how good a Bubba Army you guys are, and I hope you guys are going to be here for BARP this year.
We plan on it.
Okay. All right, my friend.
All right, bud.
Tell Scout, sorry she couldn't get a word in, but Big Mama needed to talk today. Say it.
I'm going to give her a sedative.
Big Mama needed to step up and lay it down.
I love you guys. I do.
You take care. We love you
Stay
too.
safe out there.
Okay.
Stay safe, girls.
I think the old school gays was better than the new ones.
All right, now, hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what's
I had no problem with a man on a man and a girl on a girl, and they keep it to themselves, and everything's good.
Yeah.
I had plenty of friends that way. But now they dress up weird, and you don't know what they are, who they are, and you say the wrong thing.
Not really.
Then they're mad at you. I'm a girl. No, well, you're really a guy.
That's not Gene. That's not gay. That's not gay. Gays stick to themselves. Gays dress.
So gays are getting a bad name from these guys.
Yeah, listen, gays are beside themselves on how they have been lumped into this trans world. Gays don't have anything to do with these people that are transitioning. Gays stick to themselves. Gay guys stay a guy. Gay girls stay a girl, and they stay in their lane. They don't cause, and they don't cause, and they're good people. And they don't cause no problems.
Right,
Gene? Do you think some of the older gay people should teach some of the younger gay people the ways? So
well, I'm wondering why they ain't.
Take them under their wing.
Because they're not gay. These transitioning people aren't really gay.
When I bought my first house, the realtor guy said, "Hey man, there's only one problem here. What's that?" I said, "Gay guys live right next door to you." I said, "I'll take it." And the guy thought I was gay. I said, "I'm not gay, but you know what? I can leave my mower out at night."
Hey, hold on. Gene said this.
That guy won't steal my mower.
Gene, I remember that Gene said this.
I told you that before.
Hold on. Gene actually has said this on the air. He said, let me tell you something. My first house I bought with Christine. The guy told me that the two guys beside were in love with each other. They were gay and everything. And here I am, a big biker and everything. And they thought I'd be a problem. And I said, let me tell you something. I'll take those two gay guys any day of the week because you know what? They won't steal my mower. But you put some other type of people over there, and my mower's gone.
That's quite a thing to say to somebody when you get in a house. But hey, there's just so you know, some black people 2 houses down. We've got some gay people right over here, and then we've got some Middle Eastern and sketchy people. We're just wanted to let you know.
Gene would have it all broke down as to who's going to do what. Well, the Middle Easterners, I don't know, and the black people, I don't know. But those gay guys, they ain't stealing my mower.
That's right.
Here is now. I don't know, Lummy. If this, I got to go to words after this. The phone lines are packed too. 813-902-8222, 813-90-BUBBA. Also, don't forget PayPal, Venmo, Cash App at the Bubba Army, and there's a bunch of new merch on BubbaArmyStore.com. I don't know if this is by the second or by the minute.
It's by the second.
It's by the second.
Yep.
So somebody went into, they got footage of the Rams, the Los Angeles Rams, at a team meeting. Listen, people don't realize how much the NFL meets. I mean, they break into positions. You know, they'll have a linebacker room, they'll have a wide receiver room, they'll have a quarterback's room, they'll have a running back's room, they have a lineman room, and they are meeting all the time. Especially with the restrictions that the Players Association has put on. I think, what is it, Lummy? They can only hit full pads like 13 times the entire year.
Yes, something like that. It's pretty
small. It's mostly
small.
just helmet and pads and walkthroughs, but the majority of it is meetings. And so these players get to the building about 7, and they get out about, it's about 7 to 7, isn't it, Lummy? But they get fed, they get lunch, they get dinner. They got, so
these guys get out earlier, I think. I think some guys hang out, but I think these guys have a pretty...
They want you there. I mean, they really want you there 7 to 4, but, a lot of guys
I think that's
hang out
probably
after.
when the coaching instruction ends, 7 to 4.
But you stay and you get treatment and you lift and you're around. Right. I mean, I'm sure some guys don't want to go home right away.
I think they keep the facility open as long as you want to stay in there and lift weights and better yourself or watch film or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So this shows a team meeting with the Rams, and it shows you when it goes from guy to guy, it shows you who the guy is and how much he's making per second based on his contract.
This just the other day that we finished up, or it might seem like it was forever ago, but these are always exciting times. And really, one of the things that we want to be able to
Look at Stafford. He's at $31.89, Lummy.
start with on
Meanwhile, the other dude was at 47 cents. Did you see it?
day one. People are what make the place. So I want to introduce guys that we
$1.21 for B. Jackson.
added via
By the
free
way,
agency.
C. Shelton's making $7.48. Go ahead.
What Lummy? Sean McVay on the sideline tore his plantar. What is it? Plantar fasciitis or something like that. He just suffered a serious injury on Sunday, Bubba.
Yeah, on the
he
sideline.
did?
Yeah, the coach. Yes.
And so glad to be able to have the
McVay, he's at $19.69.
Devontae Adams. Guy's got a lot of respect. He's earned it with the way that he works over the course of
McVay's
his
still racking up the money. He's at $25 right now.
career, but it's always good to be able to see some of the cool guys have put on tape. All right, looking forward to being
Matt Stafford's almost at $100. Devontae Adams is at $49.
able to see you guys partner up with Tay. Very excited to add him more.
McVay's at $35.
Poorly because of the person that he is, but he
This is very much a visual thing. Hopefully Macho Man showing it.
is also a total G on the field. Give it up for Devontae Adams.
Stafford's at 120. Lummy, for this little bit of meeting that we've watched, Matt Stafford has already made $126.
Well, and the point too is that they're just pretty much talking about Devontae Adams, nothing else. Introducing him.
All right. We were so fortunate to be able to re-sign, a lot of great guys. What we also
Higbee, he's at $31.
know too is we ended up making some tough
This poor guy here, man, $5.22.
Kobe Turner, he's young. By the way, Matt Stafford has made $408 million in his career.
Oh my!
So this $36 he's racking up during the meeting.
Yeah, right.
decisions on people.
But I mean, how would you like if we were just sitting here, Lummy, and the amount, we were making that kind of money?
And here's the thing,
we are making money. We're making money when Gene's going crazy. We're all. I mean, it's not to this extent, but put something over our heads. It's going to run a lot slower.
Jimmy Garoppolo's got $12 in the bank. B. Corum's got $5.91. K. Williams $4.12, and the head coach is at $60.
As always know, the hardest thing about this business is the inevitable change year in and year out that occurs. One of the things that
this poor guy's this guy's at $11.
These guys are second-year guys.
I understand.
They're still getting millions.
I understand. It's just it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, $11 for 1 minute.
always feel we're gonna try.
I'll take $12 if I've been in a meeting now for 1 minute. And hold on, it's been 1 minute, and I've already. I mean, Seth, even you will take $12 a minute.
Of course, yes, of course.
Yeah, you'll sit in that back row with your arms crossed, with your sweatshirt on, and you rack up $12 a minute.
I'd do it for some free team merch and a Puka Nakua jersey.
Do what is best for this football team. One of the coolest things that
this poor guy here in Lummy. This poor guy here, he's at $6.
I've heard people say about this place is that, hey, I can be.
McVay's talked for 1 minute and 12 seconds, and he's already made $81.
Myself, where the individuality that each person has is the beauty of it, but how do we really come together as a team? How do we really appreciate those differences that make us better collectively, while also having similar values and principles that guide our...
It's got to be tough being an NFL coach, dealing with men that are worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
That's the trick, man.
That are sitting there saying, "Shut up."
Yeah, listen, I am.
You don't carry the ball. We do.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Shut up.
Give us the ball. Let us do what we want, and we'll play the game.
This is one of those guys that's got the respect, though, of all of his players.
J-Verse.
No, Sean McVay. I'm saying
he does.
He's young. He's brilliant. He's won a Super Bowl.
Right, and he I don't think he really is the kind of talking down guy. I think he's more of an up-tempo guy.
I'm interested in how can we be the best version of the 2025
McVay. Okay, so he's talked a minute 32, Lummy, and he's already $104.
Not bad.
That's better than Lasker powder coating.
I couldn't be more excited about being able.
I mean, Gene, you can say you do well, but you're not making $104 a minute.
To get started. But this is a new chapter.
Not every day.
Let's continue writing this story.
Here you go. So it's man, during this meeting, or just I guess during the time that we watched,
1 minute and 39 seconds.
So in 1 minute and 39 seconds.
Well, I'll lay on the grenade and take the 830.
I'll even take the. Hold on. I'll even take. You're right. I'll lay for a minute 39. If I've made almost $10. That's like $60 an hour.
Right.
Right?
Who's the Matthew Stafford?
He's the quarterback.
He's a quarterback.
$350. He is not worth that.
Well,
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Hey, the Penguin's in chat.
Who?
Oh, Steve's in chat. Gene calls him the Penguin.
Oh, Lesky, what up, Steve?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Penguin?
Yeah, Gene calls him the Penguin.
Who's that? The hockey player,
Brooks'
Steve.
husband.
Oh, yeah.
Brooks' husband.
Well, when I think of hockey, I think of the Penguins.
You think we should do the Hall of Fame?
All right.
Okay. Coming up next is the Hall of Fame.
He's supposed to be hooking me up with a shirt.
A Penguin shirt?
No, one of his own shirts.
A Lesky shirt.
Where?
Thank you, Greg D. What's up, Super Fat Bubba Light? Oh no, Jerry quit that in Jerry's. TJ from Jersey, 56 months. EFFR Skate, subscribed. Skull Big Gulp, 93 months. T-shirt Will, 76 months.
How do we make mine turn on?
It is on.
They just stay the same. Don't move.
You may have to reset it, Gino.
Yeah, you gotta refresh it.
No, I can't do that to a big screen.
You can refresh it, Gene. It's easy as fuck, you idiot.
Idiot.
There you go.
It's easy to say that when you know.
All right, Gene, you're up. You're good.
I'm good both sides?
Yeah. Good morning, we taught it, Greg. Yeah, you see it?
Yeah.
All right.
Great.
Watch.
Idjit. What is an idjit?
I mean, at least once a show, Gene says something that just makes me go limp. Just in my chair, just couldn't. I just like the gay guy's not taking his lawnmower, man.
That was pretty funny.
I don't know where you hear that kind of humor. I mean, that's just good shit.
That's pretty funny, actually.
It is.
Club Army here too. Let's get it on, man. We need a few bucks.
Maybe they're saving it for Friday.
Yeah, my Friday people probably in on Wednesday.
Dirt Merchant, $2. $2 Willie. The Havoc, $50.
Happy birthday, Liz.
Happy birthday.
Of course it will, to Havoc.
It was yesterday, I know.
Oh, happy birthday, Liz.
So what's the big red box with the $49.99 do for him?
That's what he gave.
He gave $50.
Okay, good man. Oh, Derek. Oh,
Down Havoc.
not have it.
Oh, Derek.
That's what I thought it said.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, the guys need pretzels.
Yeah, send us some pretzels.
Apparently this show runs on pretzels. I had no idea. Even Macho's in on them? That's fucking crazy.
There's no, it's good for you. There's no calories in it, I think.
What?
There's lots of calories in pretzels.
Good sodium is good for you.
What is it, like a rice cake?
Yeah,
What?
There's calories.
Barely.
What up, Fred? Hope you're feeling good, buddy. Do they do rice cakes anymore?
Yeah, of
I
course.
feel like people used to eat those when they try to be skinny.
Yeah, but then they put a bunch of shit on top of it.
Did they?
Lummy's wife is crazy.
You put like
What up, Blazing Blues?
peanut butter and what?
What about yogurt-covered pretzels?
Yeah, ew.
Ew! Gay? Are they gay?
Just don't tell me the yogurt's on there and I'll probably be fine.
It's almost like an icing.
I know, but I don't know if I want that.
You got it, Stumpy. Go get some.
I like to dip them in the that chocolate, that $high chocolate little comes in a little jar.
Nutella?
Yeah, that's it.
You're joking.
$76, $20.
That's the name of it, right? Rotello?
Yeah, Rotello.
$5 chocolate that comes in the jar.
Called Rotello. Yes, Rotello.
Rotello's good.
I don't need anything, Jason. I don't eat until like 1 o'clock. Stumpy, go buy some Upper Deck, baby, and send me the.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
You can go to our Facebook page if you like. That is at the Bubba Army. In fact, everything we got: Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, locals.
What do they got to do to go to get all the old stuff?
BubbaArmyHQ.com.
How much does that cost?
It costs, I think there's 2 levels. I think there's a $5.99 and a $9.99.
So the $9.99 gets everything.
$9.99 for $10. And not only do you download it and you keep like the
How's that going?
The $4.99 or the $5.99, you can only stream the old stuff. You can't actually download it. But if for $9.99, you can actually download it.
What does that mean?
Suffering in silence, $100.
That's my boy Jeff the Gooch Patterson. Streaming means you can listen to it and rewind it and listen to it again, but it doesn't live on your device.
Hey, I got a $99 one.
Yeah, it's $100. Suffering in silence.
It was $99.99.
Well,
Bubba likes me to just round up.
Gene, it after they take the fees and stuff.
I know, but he says $100, and I'm looking for the 100, and I don't see nothing.
Gene,
I see a 99.
We $76, $20 to Havoc, $20.
So let me
this
maybe
this Wednesday deal might not.
Well, no, the money's coming in. Let me maybe you shout out a $99.99 and see how it sounds compared to the 100 that you do, so Gene can see.
No, but it's 100, but they've taken out the processing fees that the aggregator takes out. Like for instance, when somebody gives
$1 penny,
$1
penny.
Well, maybe
every 100 we only charge $1 penny.
Gene,
they process.
We don't know. We just know, like, usually when they give $100, it comes up like 90.
So you got people sending us money, and we
Gene,
don't know how much they're
shut
taking
up! Just shut up!
Doesn't sound
I'm
right.
not going to spend my show explaining stuff because you're too stupid.
You're losing money, and you're blaming it on me.
No, I'm not. You don't know how things work around here.
My guy sent $100, and I'm only giving him credit for $99.99.
I
Havoc, $19.99.
We don't. Now that see.
Thanks for the $20.
Gene, you're killing it.
Man, Tuttle would never do this to you, Bubba. I think he's actually mad. I think he's mad.
No, I'm over it.
Okay, so let's get on to the furries.
So no, stop with just being completely adversarial and just trying to trick just trying to be a dick. Gene, when somebody gives $100, it usually shows up like $96.54, and we know that's the processing fee, and we say $100. Okay? And now somebody's being
I didn't know that.
Somebody's being a smart ass.
He
when
said
they give,
$100, so I thought he missed the 99 guy.
Very high, $10.
I'm trying to explain it to you if you would shut up. Now, somebody's being a smart ass when they do $99.99 and it shows up as such. They figured out what they actually really had to give in order for it to appear $99.99. Now all we have now is a bunch of copycatters, Lummy, that are doing 99s now, knowing that Lasker is going to just listen, I don't want co-hosts that are constantly screwing with me and I can't get to good stuff.
I can't
that
help
we
that
want
my
to
fans are at 99 and not 20s. I mean, you
Seth,
gotta love
can you
them
help
guys.
me? Can you help me out
Well,
here?
Bubba,
I mean,
are
it was
you-
your idea to bring him in on extra on Wednesdays.
You know, I just want. Are you okay? Like,
No,
you're not.
It's you've sat in this chair, and when you got somebody
But then
that's
you
just
see-
not dancing with you nonstop, and it's just a big adversarial trip up. Do
you think maybe this-
everything I do and say, they try to trip me up, and I can't even explain it to them.
If you were a good coach, you'd have notes for that.
Oh, Gene.
You know what I'm saying? Good coaches, they know how to get around it.
You think it's that mustache, Bubba, that's taking him to the next level?
Nah, I've been the same guy yesterday, too.
He's just showing off.
I'm not showing off.
He's just
Please,
showing off.
okay, just bottom line. I just asked. I just thought the 99 guy was going to get missed.
You asked, and you tried
I
to
thought
bring
the
it back at
99
me.
guy
and
was
then
going to
you
get
would-
missed. I
and then
didn't
you
know
wouldn't-
that the
then you
100 guy
wouldn't-
was the
then
99 guy.
Then you wouldn't take my answer for it.
It didn't
and then you
sound
started
right.
asking, well, my
To have it,
let me just tell you
$50.
something. My answers are right because it's
All the
my
time?
my show. Yes. And who are you to
No one.
well, there you go. We can stop right there.
Oh, boy.
Who are you to sit in here and start tripping me up on my business? What if I sat there at the door at the powder coating shop and everything that came in and everything, I questioned
I
everything.
feel him getting fired.
Lummy said that he goes down there and watches Gene, and he said that Gene's always on Facebook on his phone.
Sarah, can you help me? No, for real. Like he's impossible to handle.
Should we stop laughing at him, Bubba? I find him funny, but I'll stop if it means that I can continue to get a paycheck.
I don't know what his problem is. I don't know what his problem is.
For every joke
He doesn't understand
a lot of things, so I ask.
No, you don't ask. You combat, engage. And then you won't accept the answer if it's not what you think. And you don't know what you're talking about when it comes to all this chat and all this
I don't know
money.
anything about it.
I know. So why are you trying to, when I try to explain it to you, why are you arguing with me?
I don't know how to say this next
Because
bit.
Let me
it
say
just
it.
didn't sound right.
Can you step in, Lummy?
I've tried to have it $50, Gene.
No, I
it's
mean-
the $49.99 one, but it's a $50 one. Got it, Gene?
Yeah, so
There you go.
it only cost us a penny to do that.
Like, for instance,
That's cool.
Mitch the Mark gave $25, but it comes up on PayPal as $24.25. I know because
So
I've been
the
doing
lower
this
the
long.
money, the more you got to get charged.
It looks like they charge you 75 cents if they give $25, and I get
But only a
20.
penny at 100.
No, that person.
I'm just trying to figure the math out here, man. I'm
Gene,
trying.
don't worry about the math.
Don't worry about it.
No.
So what Bubba's saying is the dude really gave us $107.40.
Yes.
No
And
one
he- and he
that they're
knows-
gonna take out
and he knows what it- he
$7.50,
knows-
so it's going to be a penny off
He
100.
knows what it takes to make it $99.99,
All right.
knowing that he's
Who
going
was that guy again?
knowing that he's going. Shut up for a second. Knowing that he's going to get you enamored with it, knowing that you're going to cause all this disruption on the show
For a penny, he got his money's worth.
And
Gene, Greg D, $20. Bubba's always right. Bubba's always correct.
let me go into words. Okay, we're running late. Let me just go into.
You want to
words.
wait for a high spot?
If you love that segment, then check out BubbaArmyHQ.com and do a deep dive on past shows. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
I'll tell him to de-shovel face at 3 degrees.
Thank you, Greg D.
Unless, Lummy, you want to make the call.
Babyface?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he'll listen. I'll give him a call.
That's a great segment. Lenny's right. Can we mark that for the best of?
Mark down.
I got to be honest with you. I'm way more confused about how money's given now.
The fans ain't there.
Oh,
explaining
the
it to them
fans,
now.
they blow smoke up his ass, creating more of a monster.
Now I know why people
Because-
show up at the gate with their money.
You know what I'm saying? Now the fans will start blowing smoke up his ass. Only in
It's 2 days, Bubba. I mean, he's a 2 day a weeker. This is, we got a game plan for it. You got to get a good
what
night's
people don't
sleep.
realize is when you're back here trying to execute the format, and you got as many balls in the air as that I do, under the time constraints and the magic, it's very, very stressful when you just got motherfuckers fucking with you. It's really stressful.
Keith Butler at Caterpillar saying hello. They're listening over there.
What's up, redneck?
Morning, Zay Redneck. What's up, Rainey?
What's up, Keith Butler? The sprint car driver?
Yeah, Keith Butler. Remember him?
Yeah, I know Keith.
Oh, man, let Keith Butler bring us back together.
He might.
Oh, fuck, man. It's only Wednesday.
I know.
Oh, yeah, a lot of these guys on here know how to give them money to make it say a certain thing.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you, Gene.
That's pretty cool.
I'm sure Gooch didn't mean to set off a firestorm with the 99.99.
Thank you, Gooch. No, that's over now.
He's got Bubba full on. Brandon Harvey, yeah. I have to stop it.
No, I don't think he does. They're a big game over. Yes, Miss Watley. Thank you, Felix. $1.
All right, Scott Starboard. Glad you get having a good time.
Richard, Joe, Willie.
IG's getting a lot of love right now.
Of course. Anything to fucking shove it up my ass.
People are amused when stuff's shoved up your ass.
I know, and how would you like to be me?
I don't want to be you. I don't have the ass. I don't have the space to have things shoved there. Right, Lummy?
Yeah, that's a positive. So.
Yeah.
You don't have the space.
Used to be I get shot or something. No, I'm not gonna get shot or nothing no more. It's kind of.
Well, now we're woke, Gene, and you're just gonna get us scolded.
Dude, he used to stand up and shoot you.
Now he's got a real gun. And if he'll take out the smoothie guy, nobody's safe.
No, you don't gotta send me more glasses. My glasses are right here, right by my box. I don't need them all the time. It depends on.
The fat head?
No. My fat heads are on my dashboard.
Oh, okay.
These are reading glasses somebody sent me so I can read the chat, but I'm reading the chat perfectly fine. Sometimes I don't know, it's like the left screen is a little fuzzier than the right screen. Maybe it's just adjustment. But, when the colors kind of mess me up on the wording, because you guys got such weird names.
Hey, you gave us the whole segment, Gooch. I like it. Look, I just started watching the show this past summer. Love all you guys, but Gene is on another level, pure gold. That's a new Gene fan.
A new one.
Called New Gene.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito Studios. Aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I got some breaking. See, usually Gene, one of the reasons why he's been good on the air is because he knows how to dance with me. He knows how to be adversarial, but he also knows how to read me when he's pissing me off, and he can back it down a notch. But for some reason, he's lost that ability. And I'm
not used to Wednesdays. But I'm getting there. Promise, boss. I'm your man. Put me in.
You're in, and you're getting ready to get yoked right on out.
Howdy, get a box. Getabox.com. $800.
800?
800.
I didn't get a Gene taxi taxi. All right, so I will tell you this. I don't know if I think it's going to be by the end of the week, and it could very well be today. It could be for all you race car, for all you dirt enthusiasts. More importantly, for all you 410 wing sprint enthusiasts, whether it's High Limit, whether it's World of Outlaw, whether it's All Stars, but the world that Gene used to live in, regionally here. Arguably one of the best, sprint car drivers in Florida. Gene's in that conversation. You probably would have to say, if you're talking about, and Florida was always kind of an oddball. We never were a 410 state. We were always a 360 state. But if you talk about 360 sprint car racing,
it's Rico Abreu Sr. and then Gene.
No, not Rico Abreu Sr.
So Rico's hooking up with Tony?
No. He's.
I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
I don't know any of what's going on. But I see. There you go, Gene. Like, you just won't shut up.
That was me. I did it.
No, he threw the Rico name as I was just guessing.
I did it, Bubba. I'm sorry. I was
just wondering.
I'm sorry.
All right, I'm waiting.
Never mind.
Come on, Coach. You can do it.
Tony will be announcing Donnie Schott's replacement here probably within the next day or two. So,
who do you think it's going to be?
I don't know. I'm not even going to speculate because,
who do you want it to be?
I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there.
It'll make you mad.
Just let Tony make the call. Let Tony make the decision. I don't want to, because I'm too close to Tony's inner world and his friends and everything like that.
So tell me, does Tony's team stay with the Outlaws, or does he go with the other team, the High Limit?
I don't know. I mean, I think that I saw a thing on that Larson's been talking to World of Outlaw about a potential merge.
Okay.
Where High Limit and World of Outlaw merge, or where right now they have it really locked down where if you're a World of Outlaw driver, you only have like 3 or 4 different opportunities to race High Limit. They give you like 4 passes, and which allows you to race high. If you're a committed World of Outlaw guy, they give you a certain amount of races that you can race High Limit or All-Star. Otherwise, you're locked into World of Outlaw. I think the High Limit guys, one of the reasons why they like High Limit is you can be one of the 15 to 18 committed High Limit guys, and they let you race. As long as they ain't got something scheduled, you can go race. I think High Limit allows you to go do anything you want, like a true outlaw.
Right.
So, anyway, make a long story short, Tony has had Donnie Schatz in his equipment. Geez. Well, I mean, he first started with Danny Lasowski. I think won a championship with Danny in 2001, and then made a change. And I think for a while, it was the who was Kerry Matson drove for him for a little bit, but then it was oh my God, who was the dude that took over after Danny? He's pretty Paul McMahon. Paul McMahon took over for when they fired Lasowski before, and at that point Donnie Schatz was the man, 10-time All-Star, 10-time World of Outlaw champion. And Donnie and Tony got together, and I think they've had at least a 15-year run of Donnie driving the 15 sprint car, which was owned by Tony. Tony's the owner. Well, Tony got rid of Donnie in a very, not controversial, but in a very, oh my God, people couldn't believe it type way a couple weeks ago. And I think he put Kerry Matson back in to finish out the season. But I think today or tomorrow, they make the announcement as to who's going to get the full-time ride.
Do they change the number?
In the 15. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know any of that. And I would agree, Dustin. I would agree with this, Dustin Howard. Donnie hasn't been the same since he got rid of Ricky Warner. Ricky Warner was the glue that Donnie didn't know he needed. And Ricky went on to, I think Ricky's wrenching for Little Rico now. And so the announcement will be either later today or tomorrow, where Tony announces who's going to drive his sprint car. And I'm assuming World of Outlaw, but I'd love to see the World of Outlaw and High Limit work together so that, guys could drive both. That would be what's best for the sport. And they don't schedule on top of each other. So I got that heads up. It might be happening in Charlotte today. Mm-hmm. And, so I'm not going to speculate who I think it is. I know who it is.
Oh, man.
I know who it is. I can tell you privately.
Okay, thank you. Love you.
But I'm not going to tell you.
All right.
And I'll tell you this, man. They're going to win some championships. They are going to win some championships.
Oh, Danica Patrick's taking the wheel.
That's right. Danica Patrick, who couldn't even Danica Patrick sucked so bad that she probably couldn't even fire a 360, a 410 sprint car, because when you fire them, you're in gear and it's a very erratic situation. Because it instantaneously fires, and then unless you're staying on the track to race, but you're just like going back to your pits because you're putting heat in the motor, you got to immediately bump your car out of gear, and because those things, they idle at what, 40?
Yeah.
So, and at anything under full power, the front wheels want to just absolutely go everywhere. Like the front wheels are flippy floppy.
Under all the arms, everything that holds the front end to the car is aluminum.
Well, and it's also made to have a load on it.
Yeah.
And so if you don't have a load on it, they're really erratic. So I can't wait for Tony to make this announcement.
You hated that, remember?
What?
That the tires moved around and bobbled.
No, I didn't. Once I got used to it, I was cool. So, Lummy, we need to, without further ado, and I can only play it. Make the announcement for this year's Hall of Fame class.
All right.
Now, there's 6 people that didn't make it. I'm only picking 10 this year. And Lummy, I think I'm going to keep it at 10. That's. See, other years, Lummy, I just put all 16 in because I'm like, all 16 are so worthy of it.
Yeah.
They really are. And there's different parameters with regards to why you get in the Hall of Fame. Like, for instance, Caitlin Hatley. Caitlin Hatley never gave a dime to the show. But Caitlin Hatley, for 2 or 3 years, gave Brandon the Quad full-blown porn star ass. Brandon the Quad, 37, 38 at the time, for 2 or 3 barps. Caitlin Hatley, and I think one of the years they had a threesome. He had 2 chicks.
Yes.
And so that, although she's never given a dime, was such a huge contribution to the brand, if you will, Bubba Army, the Bubba Army, our business, that it was worthy of being a Hall of Famer. And when you're a Hall of Famer, it's just the next level of I wouldn't say fandom. It's the next level of support. It's that you truly love the show.
How do you? Because there's people that have said that they've listened to the show for a long time. When do those people get considered? Or is it about making a or is it about what you do that year?
It's more about being present, and some of it has to do with how much you've contributed financially to the show, but some of it has nothing to do with financial. It's just
interaction.
The interaction, how in order to be a Hall of Famer, you have to participate. And participate comes in several different forms, whether it's just being, really, really, really active on chat and supporting the show and fighting the trolls, or calling in, or helping, with various things, or, Lummy,
Yes.
whether you're on the Get Fresh crew and you've helped remodel various things, or, there's a couple names on here that have done so much for the show, but it's not necessarily equates to dollars, but they really, really, really did something to help the brand, or help us, succeed or get better. And so it comes in, I will tell you this, Lummy, this is the first out of 10, 3 women.
Yeah, that's the most.
3 women out of 10.
Wow, DEI, Bubba.
DEI all day, my friend. So, without further ado, Lummy, I also want to make sure that all 6 people that were candidates and didn't make it, and I'll go through those 6. Certainly, I would probably guarantee you that you're probably locked in for next year. In fact, I think some of the names that we read today, Lummy, were actually finalists last year, and of course they pushed on through and made it this year.
Yes, they have. Yeah.
Now, in doing this, if I announce your names of the 10, you're going to have to be getting in touch with Lummy. Lummy needs your email address because you've got to take pictures. And you can take them from your iPhone.
Yeah.
And you can have your significant other or your friend or somebody take them for you. But there's specific, is there 3 or 4 different poses?
2.
There's 2 poses.
Just like a
mugshot.
Yeah.
A straight on with a side?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
One side.
And then Lummy has to send it to the CAD guy. It takes $800 for the CAD guy to convert the file over to what Grouper Lips' machine can read. And then Grouper Lips literally, probably starting the minute he gets that CAD design, will start working on the busts.
Yes.
And as you can see behind Gene, the busts are displayed. And Lummy, we in the new strip mall studios, I've already accounted for the Hall of Fame section.
Oh, that's great.
So we will continue to part of having a Hall of Fame is having it visible, potentially on camera, or at least when you come to the studio. So here you go, Lummy. I think there probably will be a couple of names that might upset some people, but again. It's not about.
Oh boy!
It's not about money. It's not about money. It's about
the whole body of work.
It's the whole body of work. How present you are, how much you participate on the show, things that you potentially might have done for the show. It's just comes in all types of shapes and sizes. I'm sure I'll catch heat for this. And then Lummy, we didn't do. Of the 10, we may have to go 11 just because we usually allow chat to assign one. Do we not?
No, usually we just vote on for if some fan can go to the party.
So at that point, we don't. Yeah, they're not a whole lot. We let chat determine a person that gets an invitation to the party.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eric C, $50. Chat usually just is the one they nominate, so we can.
Yeah. So we'll do
consider
that.
It.
So you're the one and only be all on who gets their head up on the wall.
What was that again?
You're the only one that votes on that.
No.
There's a committee.
There was it was people on chat threw various names out.
Oh, no way.
We wrote them all down. Me and Lummy I then gave a list to Lummy. And I told Lummy I gave a list of 16 to Lummy, and I told Lummy narrow it down to 10. Lummy gave me his 10, and that's who I've gone with. I've not made any changes at all.
So it's all Lummy.
Well, it's chat, Bubba, Lummy is how it goes. Chat, Bubba, Lummy.
So how about if Lummy $50? I get one of my guys up there.
Lasker, no, not just 50. Way to really cheapen the whole process.
Eric C, $50.
I'm calling Sarah privately today and having a conversation with her. I might even swing by the house.
Don't take your anger on Gene out on Sarah.
No. Sarah's the only one that I can talk to about it.
But we need Gene primed and ready for Friday.
He'll be
Don't
ready.
kill his vibe.
She'll get him ready. She'll
Sex in a Celsius?
No, she'll soften the hardness we got today, the outrageousness, the uncontrollable, the unhinged. So without further ado, Lummy, we'll go into commercials. I'm sure that chat's going to give me a hard time. I hope that chat just be like, I get it.
Can't wait to hear him.
I get it. I understand it. And again, it's the entire body of work and what you've contributed to me, not me personally, but me as the brand, the brand, Bubba Army, the show, chat, various different things. So Lummy, without further ado, here we go. I used to have sound effects, but now I'll get copyright.
Do we have any royalty free championship music?
Yeah. First one, Captain Creamsicle. Woo. Captain Creamsicle. Second one, Jeff the Gooch Patterson.
Woo.
Third Hall of Famer, Paper Towel Willie.
Oh.
Fourth Hall of Famer, Glowbug. Fifth Hall of Famer, Rainey Hall, Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
I feel like I just drafted her in the third round from the Bears.
I feel like that was a surprise.
Rainey Hall, number 5, Rainey Hall. Rainey Hall, cornerback, Oklahoma. Number 6, Brooke Hogan.
Woo.
Number 7, let me write this down. Number 8, Bob K from Sunbelt.
Woo.
Gene, I know every time you go to Sunbelt, you're treated like royalty, are you not?
I know, you gotta.
I know even as much as a dick as you try to be, there's no way you should be adversarial on that one. The amount of,
people.
the amount of things that Sunbelt has done. They've been a sponsor of the program for nearly a decade. They take care of our stuff like they are, if they're the best. They really are. Bob gets in. Number 9, let's fudge some whores. And number 10.
I haven't even seen the list, but I know.
Nick the Gun Guy.
All right.
Number 10. That is your 2025 Bubba Army Barbed Hall of Fame.
That's the only guy I didn't know in the whole thing is Nick the Gun Guy.
That's good because
I'll make sure you know him.
I don't think you need to know him because next thing you know, he'll build a Gene Lasker AR-15 and you're that much more dangerous.
Gene's gonna have Nick the Gun Guy move in with him after he meets him,
like a double clip action.
See, you already got what you want.
One after another.
Let me give you the 6 finalists that I was absolutely torn about, and I just wish I could include every one of you, but I just can't for space, reasons.
Those 10 are in.
Yes.
Yes.
They won. They're
Captain, here is your official class of 2025 Bubba Army Royalty, Bubba Army Hall of Fame. This is your Bubba Army Hall of Fame.
Have you ever took one back?
Yeah, we have.
You have?
Yes, we have.
Yep, there's a couple of heads over there on the bar.
There's a couple of heads that have been either removed or.
But Bubba hasn't damaged them yet. He's kept them. I've wanted to throw them.
And I would turn themselves around.
And I would never. There's been a couple that have defected over the years.
Turned into a troll?
And turned into a troll.
No
yes.
way.
Yes, there have been.
Off the wall.
But
and
I've
on
not.
The wall.
I've either taken them down or turned them around. But I would never, no matter what they said about me, no matter how much of a troll, I would never ever disrespect their bust.
Because it cost us $800 to make it.
No. Well, I mean, no. It's just. I don't need to be. If you've shown your ass and you've been taken out of the Hall of Fame, you may not even know it. Because I don't think, Lummy, I've made a big deal about it.
I could probably sand him down a little bit and make him into another guy.
Yeah. There's been what 3? I think there's been 3. Has there been 3?
Yes.
and I've either taken the bust away or I've turned it around. This year I'll get additional nameplates and put, these of the 3 that we've taken that are no longer in the Hall of Fame. I'm not going to mention any names.
Did
because
you hate doing it?
It was,
Hurt ya?
It hurt me. It would be like, it's like losing a friend. It's like losing a friend over something that I may have said on the air that you disagree with or that you don't.
You never felt like that about me or nothing.
For some reason, no, I don't think your rhetoric has caused us to lose anybody. You've only lost me, Gene. That's it. But there's been 3 that, for some reason or not, hate the show now. Or just, I don't know, but I will never, if they would want their busts back, which I'm sure they don't, but I would never do anything to their, shoot their heads or.
What if Liz said you put like a cover over them and it says troll, and you just drape their face? We don't destroy it, but it's covered.
Like almost a guy getting executed. You put a bag over his head.
Yeah, you just keep the bag over his head.
No, I think at that point you take their bust down, you remove their name placard from the ledge, and you just put a new name in there, and you don't publicly talk about who they are. You don't disrespect them. They've moved on. Although none of them have really moved on quietly. They've come on to be haters.
Can Gene turn Bubba Light into Ty J Armstrong?
No.
Okay.
No. And I really didn't want to be giving out names.
Oh, so no, I didn't know he was. I don't. He's a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
So that
you guys
Bubba
are really.
You
see what you just did, Seth. See what you just did.
I was just wondering.
You see
what I do? What happened?
Now you got him ringing me up with that.
No, Gene. Let's just
Okay.
So it's Captain Creamsicle, Jeff Gooch Patterson, Paper Towel Willie, Glowbug, Rainey Hall, Brooke Hogan. Let me write this down. Bob from Sunbelt. Let's fudge some whores. And Nick the Gun Guy. Those are your 10. Here are the 6 that under normal circumstances I probably would just put all 6 of you in, but I'm trying to limit it now to 10 per year. And I would say that you definitely are probably shoe-ins for next year. Average Joe. Let me from Average Joe Landscaping. Sunny Days. Uncle Eric. Rob Green. Dr. Rimulak. And Mark Pop It Like It's Tropics Hot from Tarpon. Those are my 6 that didn't make it, but almost did, that probably are 1,000% lock-ins for next year.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com.
Right now.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
I didn't look.
I'll send you a picture of what it looked like.
Yeah, send me a picture. Did you get the 2 boat pieces?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's the day?
Were they right color?
Oh yeah, you love them. He said thank you.
That's a marine color white.
Yeah, they look brand new.
Yep.
Perfect. Did you make that color?
Did I make that color? No. You have to buy. You can't make anything. You got to buy the colors. You got to go on a chart and buy the colors. But because it's a powder, you can't mix it. But they make different whites. Brighter, dingier, got gray in it. But most marine white is that white that I put on you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was.
But true story.
On the inside, you can tell that it's got
God,
good paint.
I don't know what administration it was. It might have been the Bush administration.
That's what I mentioned.
It might have been Obama. They tried to develop a gay bomb. Like they spent millions of dollars developing a bomb, and the concept behind this bomb was you would detonate it over a city, and it would be like a bunch of probably pheromones and hormones and some kind of drug, and it would make people so horny that they would just have to have sex with. This is kind of.
Oh boy. Next year we're going to show up at your house like they do at the NFL Hall of Fame, and we're going to announce it to you there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
Are we
show.
going to send past Hall of Famers out?
Yeah.
We'll find this. Hopefully, a Hall of Famers in the same state.
They're all over. John Costica would do it.
Oh yeah, we'll send John Costica to like Arizona and.
So I got this message is held for review. So they said something stupid and
They probably
one of the guys
cuss.
was watching, put a caution tape on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, YouTube put a caution tape on it.
That's cool.
YouTube picks off the cuss words, right? That's not like a setting.
No, well, there's settings for like no words, but then YouTube also has their own settings. YouTube 70 days.
Seth, I am designing and building a 20-foot nail cross with the 3 nails.
What?
You're building a cross?
The big cross with the 3 nails.
Where Jesus was nailed in.
Where Jesus was nailed in for 3.
You're making that?
Is that John Costica?
You ever seen that picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm building one for my wife.
Are you really?
Yeah.
How big?
20 foot tall.
What the hell?
For what?
He's
Real
built-
cross.
He's building a cross 20 feet tall for Sarah.
What wood do you use?
Put it right in my yard.
What kind of wood?
He is
A lot of metal.
Oh, you built a metal stuff.
Churches don't even have them that big.
I'm gonna make them look like 3 nails. I'm grinding the metal and chipping it and bending it and grinding it. It's gonna be art.
Did she ask for it, or you want to just do it?
What's that?
Did she ask you to do it, or you just
No,
wanted
she
to?
didn't ask me to do it. She's still crying over that guy, man.
Charlie Kirk?
Yeah.
Could you make a statue of him?
No.
Just the cross.
But the cross is kind of cool, man. With the 3 nails, I liked it when I seen it.
So it's gonna be the cross that has 3 nails coming out of it?
No. It's 1 nail in the center and there's a nail this way and a nail this way that makes the cross.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So Gene's the only place that can have a monster truck wheel in its front yard and a cross.
I got my 66.
Thank you, Johnny K.
I roll it up there.
Think you get a box out
The
of
cross is really. We're really gonna need We're really gonna need like pictures on the progress of that.
I'll show you.
How far are you into it?
What color is it gonna be?
No, like how far is it done?
I got the metal. I just got to. It's gonna take a little while to do because there's a lot of grinding, a lot of cutting, a lot of designing on the head of the nail onto the post. I'm using 2 pieces of metal with them, and then taking a sawzall and cutting into it, like splitting it. And when you hit a nail, it splits the edge a little bit. So I'm trying to make it look realistic as I can.
You're a real artist, Gene. I mean, that's some serious stuff. I'm not even joking.
It's gonna look really cool.
Watch, someone's gonna want to buy it from you. $100,000 a church.
That's right.
Well, I mean, if they want something, if it's ridiculous price, I'm gonna sell it.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabedo studios.
Aquabedo.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Again, congratulations to the class of 2025 Bubba Army Hall of Fame, the highest prestigious honor you can get for being a follower of this program. I don't even know of other programs that do things like this. Some people call it stupid. Some people call it like, man, there's not a lot of people that could even pull that off. But Bubba does.
Hey, can I ask you something?
What?
When you spend the $800 and they make that mold, how much more does it cost to make another one? Like if you want to make 2 of the same?
Usually Grouper Lips does. It's his contribution to the show, and he usually, although I would say probably Lummy, it's probably, what is it, $1,000 or so for him to print all that stuff?
Yeah, about that.
So he usually does it for free.
Oh.
So, yes.
Are you saying to get one made, Gene?
Yeah, I'd like to get me a Brooke Hogan head.
No, I'm not allowing that. I'm not allowing. What are you going to do with the Brooke Hogan head?
I put her on my mantelpiece and say I know her. People say, "What's that?" It's Brooke Hogan.
And I know her.
I know her.
She's elected to a Hall of Fame, and I got no, Gene. No, we're not going to continue your AI and the fantasy world that you live in, my friend. We're just not. So sorry.
Same world you're in.
Get ready for your Week 3 NFL picks. Is what you need to get ready for.
That's Friday.
We're going to do them. Nope, we're going to do one tonight.
Oh, one today.
One today.
Yeah, that's easy.
Hi, who's this? By the way, let me. Johnny Kostika, $100. Congratulations to the class of 2025. Thank you, Johnny K.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. This is Bubba.
Hey, Bubba.
Yes.
Hey, Bubba.
Yes.
Hey, Bubba.
Jesus Christ.
You got fired the Nacho Man over here.
Oh, Jesus.
What is it?
It's like an autistic Rocky.
That was the little guy.
Hello.
Hey, Bubba, how's it going? This is Johnny out in Los Angeles.
Hi, Johnny.
I've been following you since the Howard days, brother. Been to 2 of your Bubba Paloozas.
Great.
One of your videos. I did buy the pre-order of the documentary. Loved it. Watched it twice.
I have some documentary news. I think potentially comes out certainly by Friday, but maybe tomorrow that I think's really going to make people really, really happy. But continue on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's okay, brother. No, I just got through last night while I was at the gym watching your second showing on Concrete. That Donnie kid, he's awesome, man. Donnie, whatever the host is.
Danny Jones, great dude. 1.1 million
that
followers.
Kid is phenomenal.
Yeah, 1.1 million followers on YouTube.
Jesus. Don't mean to work Gene up and ride your ass, Bubba, but honestly, I fucking love when Gene. I'm sorry about the language, man. I love when Gene's in there, brother. And I'd rather have Gene in there over Babyface any day.
Yeah.
Gene really brings the show to life.
They both have their own little slice of the show, my friend. They both contribute in different ways.
Yeah, I get it.
So, all right, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hello.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Pedro.
Hey, Pedro.
Hey, on a totally different thing or different direction, I had my latest MRI on Saturday, and thankfully no new growth for my brain lemon.
That's great. I mean, so it's not gotten any bigger. It looks like they may have gotten it all out, and it may not grow anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't know about not growing anymore, but at least it's not growing right now.
Right.
So that's a positive, brother.
That's great.
So,
all right, Pedro, we love you. Got to move on quickly, and I hope that continues to be the same. That continues to be the same thing. Hi, who's this? Last call, and then I got to get into Walker. At least Walker's first pick and Lasker's first pick about tonight's game, 8:15 matchup. The Miami Dolphins at the Buffalo Bills.
Tomorrow? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow night. I'm so sorry. Yes, but it's tomorrow night. Yes, go ahead, please.
Hey, Bubba, I just want to share with you a little knowledge that I learned recently that absolutely blew my mind. And this is going back to when we were talking about turning the other cheek. For my entire life, I always thought that turning the other cheek meant what you said, just walk away, right? But the Bible actually says in Matthew 5:39, but I say to you, do not resist an evil person. If anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to him the other also. So it means turn to them and take another shot, basically.
So let him screw you twice? Let him spud you 2 times?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where I got to draw a line in the Bible, my friend.
I know, and I got to ask you for a favor. For the tapes that have already been ingested, can you please send me those?
Yeah, we'll get those back. Absolutely.
That would be so awesome. I just don't want them to go in the trash. I work so hard on them.
No, they're not. I promise you that's not where it goes.
No, it goes with the rest of them.
We'll send you. Do you want us? We're like halfway done. Do you want us to send you what we've ingested so you can get the first round of that?
I just love receiving things. I have nothing going on for me here, so that will make me so happy.
All right,
And then I have one more question.
All right, go ahead. Let's round up what we've ingested. All right. Get it to Merch Crick, have her pack it up. Maybe she'll send Joe a little care package, and we'll get Joe's first round to him. And then your final question, Joe.
I know you're getting rid of a lot of things, And I'm only worried that you're going to get rid of the drawing that Julie did of you back in the day that lived in your bedroom.
Never. Okay. It's one of my most favorite pictures of myself. It's when I was in my best shape, and I actually have it in my apartment, in my bedroom. Never will I get rid of that. And if I would get rid of it, of course I would send it to you, but that's only going to be in death, my friend. That is absolutely one of my most coveted pieces of art that I have. And it was, and Julie was an unbelievable.
I'll be gone before you, Bubba.
Well, and it says Julie 06 on it. That's how she signed it. It's me with one of my black tank tops on, folding my arms. It's Joe, like never. I can assure you, I give you my word, I will never get rid of that piece, ever.
Dude, that appeared in the doc 3 times.
I know.
Just like Dr. Dan. Dr. Dan appeared once in the doc. It was amazing. Do you remember when he was in there?
Yes. So anyway,
when
Joe,
they showed that little picture of him with his muscles.
I got to get going, but we'll get your first round of stuff to you, and we appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Bye.
Thank you. All right. So Gene Lasker just off. Hold on here. Let me see. Let me get my little sound effects here. I can only play a certain amount. Miami at Buffalo. Gene Lasker. By the way, he's competing against 3-year-old little Walker, and Gene Lasker is up. He's 12-3 for the week, and Walker was 11-4. Yeah. So they're right there. Virtually tied. Gene, who do you got?
Whoa. What?
You're 12-3. He's 11-4. You guys are damn near tied.
I'm winning.
Okay. If you want to make sure.
Well, the math today is really bad.
I said you're damn near tied.
Okay, well, just say
I didn't say you were tied. I said you're damn near. And we're talking about a 3-year-old. So if you feel, really, really
good. I feel like I'm ganged up with that 3-year-old.
Yeah. Too. So tell me Miami at Buffalo. I don't need
Buffalo.
Okay. And I'm going to play. I'm going to play Walker's response here. And Lummy, I'm only going to play this
Okay.
Week 2 of Walker's Weekly.
Which, by the way, Lummy, I think he likes this.
He does. He loves it.
And does he know we played on the show?
Yeah, he watches it back.
Right. God, he's growing up. He looks like such a good-looking kid.
I think DraftKings is about to hire him to start endorsing them.
I do too. I think Stephen A. Smith needs a lead in. It might just be Walker instead of that big booty Latina. Bring in this little 3-year-old.
Oh man, Molly.
Picks.
We go down, Gene.
First up.
What do you say, Lummy?
You're going down, Gene.
Hold on.
Both thumbs down.
We go down, Gene.
You're going down, Gene.
First up, our Thursday night game.
My Dolphins.
Versus.
No, my Dolphins.
Yes, but who are they playing?
My Dolphins.
They're playing who? Buffalo? Who's gonna win?
He Lummy, it looks like Buffalo's poison to him.
Yes.
He won't even say. And the reason why he goes crazy over the Miami Dolphins is because Mommy goes crazy over the Miami Dolphins, and that like my dad was a big Packer fan, so I was indoctrinated to be obviously a Packer fan. He obviously is a Miami Dolphins. Who does he like more between the Bucs and the Dolphins?
The Bucs.
Okay.
Yeah. Next.
Okay.
Miami Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins.
He just couldn't stop going over the Miami Dolphins.
That's all he cares about.
Yeah.
So that's good because Gene picked Buffalo.
Perfect.
It's good when they don't pick the same.
Yeah, it's not good for Walker's pick, though.
What do you mean?
Miami sucks. Let's just be honest.
They're terrible right now.
Yeah, even Gene knows.
They were flying a banner over the game saying fire their coach.
And their GM.
Oh, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They what?
Yeah.
Really? Somebody did that?
Yeah.
Little Walker doesn't know.
No, he doesn't.
Wow.
I didn't know, and this came from Rogan. Let me see if you can find what Howard said about me today.
No, we're working on it.
Yeah, I'm just worried that when he watches the documentary that he's going to be kind of got a little bit of heat with me.
Oh, no.
Because, we don't take a shot at him, but we were told by Tim Sabian, who was the president of the channels, how it went down. them not renewing me, how and why it went down. And how much better information can you get other than the president of the channels who was told that information from, Don Buchwald. So that's what we used as our information. You know what I'm saying? When we get into why I wasn't hired, why we weren't rehired with Sirius, you know how we get into that? We were told that by, at that time, the president of the channels. One would think that would be pretty locked in, right?
Yeah.
So I hope Howard's not mad at me, because I never want to upset him. But if the truth is the truth is the truth, you can always bring me back, Howard. If they're re-signing you, what a great way to bring back some old nostalgia and some good radio is to have you in the morning and me in afternoons. With my guys, of course. Consider that. As much as everybody's laying you out to pasture, say, I'm out to pasture. I'm going to do my 3 days a week like I did, before, but I'm bringing Bubba back. That'd be kind of cool.
Yes, it would.
Yeah, I think
crazy,
so.
but
that'd be great.
True story. A few years ago, I don't know what administration it was. It might have been the Bush administration. Might have been Obama. They
now this was on Rogan. What, just yesterday?
Yeah.
They tried to develop.
How many shows does Rogan do a week? 2 or 3?
Usually, yeah. I'd say 3, maybe 3 or 4. Depends on the
gay
guest.
bomb. Like they spent millions of dollars
on a gay bomb.
Developing a bomb, and the concept behind this bomb was you would detonate it over a city, and it would be like a bunch of probably pheromones and hormones and some kind of drug, and it would make people so horny that they would just have to have sex with whoever is near them. And then the idea was they would be humiliated by this, and then we would just come in and just fuck up all these gay
They
guys.
had low morale,
Yeah,
feeling
it's like
guilty.
all of a sudden, if a man becomes gay, now he's no longer like a highly trained military, like soldier in another land. Now he's just a fruitcake, just some guy who's watching musicals. No, it's the dumbest idea of all
Wondering
time.
why he liked it so much.
Some of the greatest warriors.
Man, he's jacked up, is he not? Look out! Look at him.
Of all time in recorded history were gay, including pirates. Pirates were gay. You're stuck at sea for 5 months with a bunch of dudes. You make choices, right? Samurai did a lot of gay stuff. Spartans, the greatest warriors of all time, all gay. Like, what a terrible idea to spend money on. You can
we could bomb a country, turn them gay, and then they're tougher than they were when they were straight.
Made a more lethal army. Imagine if they dropped that gay bomb and then the gays just kicked our ass.
That's what I'm saying. Can you imagine if that one went against you? That could go south quick. Drop a gay bomb and then those gays become tougher and they just kick your ass.
They just had so much more to fight for. They loved each other. And this is how dumb, like, the people that were spending your tax dollars are.
How far did that get?
$7 million.
$7 million.
Let's see.
$7 million to develop a gay bomb.
See if you can pull that up, Jamie, when the gay bomb was.
It was in the 90s. Pentagon didn't deny the proposal. According to
the Pentagon didn't deny it. If you didn't make a gay bomb, I guarantee you deny it. I guarantee you'd be like, no. Well, meanwhile, like, who's to say that stays local? What if it catches a good breeze and blows across the ocean? And, come on. Turns all of Portland gay. They become the new Viking army.
Look out, Greenland.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hilarious that someone had that idea. But that's what happens when people just have free access without any sort of oversight to your tax dollars. Like this.
And then finally, this Stephen A. Smith makes this announcement, and the big booty Latina is officially gone, Lummy. She had been with the show how long, Seth? Like 12 years or something?
10 years, and
10
I
years.
guess she had been with ESPN since 2006, and they said she was working on a new contract, but she just quit. It just almost in the middle of the night on Monday.
How do you say her last name?
Quorum. She's married to Jalen Rose.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, they
okay.
got divorced.
Oh, they got divorced?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Well, she'd been with, I think she'd been there since First Take was developed. Right? Like, I think she
10
was,
years. Yeah, I don't know how long it's been on, but that seems to cover a good part of it.
Anyway, Molly Quorum, what would you say, co-host?
She was the host.
The host of First Take, Stephen A. Smith's first, very popular First Take. Now, is there anything to read into this? Like, did she not get along with Stephen A. Smith? Did she feel, and I'm only asking your opinion, Seth, like, do you think that she thinks that maybe Stephen A. Smith has gotten too powerful? Does she feel that he runs the show? Within ESPN, there's only there's two people that are sacred. Everybody else is replaceable. And that would be, obviously Pat McAfee and Stephen A. Smith. Is there a lot of behind the scenes bad blood that's happening within that world?
It's possible. Her job was really
just kind of a setup girl.
Yeah, and whenever she would try to interject or keep people in check, she would always get run over and stuff. And you could visibly see how annoyed she would get at times. To me, I can't imagine it's easy working with Stephen A. Smith. And I would have to imagine that he played a big part in this. If he wants you to be there, you're going to be there. But I'm assuming if he doesn't want you to be there, then you're going to be gone.
Good morning, and welcome to First Take. Normally,
you think he's a handful? I bet he is.
It's only getting worse.
And not only was he a handful before he was, isn't he a $25 or $30 million a year guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Friend Molly Kerm would greet you. However, Molly announced last night she will be departing from ESPN. She's hosted First Take for 10 years and elevated the show with her grace, her expertise, her incomparable kindness. She's been an enormous part of our success for a decade. Not only did she keep me and many others in line, she did it with...
Nobody keeps you in line, Stephen A. Come on. Nobody keeps you in line, brother.
...dignity and class and kindness, to say the least. We'll miss her and wish her every blessing on her future. I personally am grateful to her for her friendship, and I will miss spending every weekday morning with her right by my side.
Someone said she quit and said, "F you, Steven, why don't you go host it?" But they did re-sign one of their hosts, Malika Andrews, right after she made that announcement. So
you think they throw her in there?
Possibly.
They need that. They as long as they've had that dynamic, it's almost like they need that dynamic, that female setup girl or a female setup person.
I just wonder if any sports shows are ever going to pivot out of the debate where they just yell at each other about LeBron and MJ, or if that's just the blueprint that everybody's going to continue to run with.
They all do it. That's the way it all is, whether it's Pat McAfee, Stephen A. Smith, Colin Cowherd, Skip Bayless. Those are aren't those the franchises, so to speak?
Yeah, McAfee, he talks sports with his guys. He knows what's going on. I don't think Stephen A. Smith knows every little thing about sports because he's doing so many other things. But he's been there for quite a long time. He worked his way up to get to this point.
The headlines read: horny nurse 34 caught having sex with stepson 15. Unveils a demure makeover as the boy's mom blasts her at sentencing. So I think she was married to this boy's dad. They were blasting, and then the mom showed up while she was getting sentenced. I think that's what we got going on here. We'll get to that next.
Want to listen to the show on demand and on the go? Enlist today at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Sign up and start listening. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Look, we were talking about Marino autograph stuff, Bubba. Look at your ads.
Oh, I know.
Oh, man. Starts 311, 76 months. Dan's Secret Habit, 79 months.
These debate shows are going out of style.
Okay, so we got that. That's break 6. So we're right on course, pretty good. Then we just got a plethora. Sex, 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 sex. Tom Brady. I guess Linda Balea freaked out because
Yeah, the Emmys messed her.
Emmys didn't put him on camera, but they put him on a.
They put his name on the list.
They put his name on the internet version of it.
What you want them to do?
Do it during the broadcast.
Damn, man. What a thing to get upset about.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, she's got to stay in the news. Going the opposite way, Jack. Morning, Bubba Listman Show. Alright, yeah, I'll put you on hold.
Don't forget about the emblems.
I was just saying hi to you.
Put it on your house, your car, your backpack.
Todd from Steps already wants 25 of them.
He's gonna have to pry them out of my cold dead hands.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito Studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I might blow in a call to Tony Stewart.
Oh.
See what his availability. He's got a lot going on right now. You know, one Leah gets back at the dragster next year, and I think that we actually got credit And I had Sumo and Larry Plummer and some of the guys that were at the NHRA U.S. Nationals in Indy. And I guess within their, they got a play-by-play. They have play-by-play guys that only, that not only are on FS1 or Fox Sports or things like that when they go live on TV, but they also, they're doing play-by-play through the fans, like the track announcers, And I guess we were credited, the track announcers that were doing play-by-play, as they're like, Tony Stewart's in the water box now, warming up his Mopar connection, or I'm sorry, his Dodge connection top rail, and there's Doug Coletta warming up, and then they have to have a little bit of filler talk, and they have to know a little bit about each guy and a little bit, and I guess one of the guys said, Smoke appeared on his friend Bubba the Love Sponge's show last week and hinted that he was going to maybe be driving a pro stock. And so we got, like, within, everybody that was at the facility at that time, probably 20, 30,000 people. And it's kind of cool that, the announcer, Lemmy, saw one of our reels. Those reels that Gary Cantrell just churns out, they do so much for the brand.
Especially in the racing community.
Well, they just, in the wrestling community, and no matter what we're talking about, because people will sit through a minute reel, which is Gary taking like a minute of a high spot from like a 4 or 5 minute break, and Gary just does a brilliant job of getting that reel high spotted. People will sit and listen through that more show than one, the entire show, or two, just, an entire 30 or 40 minute break.
Howard's audio is up on your 4.
Oh, bad, good?
It's only a minute. Caller called in.
You didn't answer it.
I didn't get to listen to it.
Hey, have you watched that documentary that Bubba put out, The Video Killed the Radio Star, about the Hulk Hogan?
First of all, I didn't put it out. I participated in it, and they interviewed me, but Waltz Films put it out, financed it, owns it.
Thing and all that, and I'll go ahead and get off, but one or few.
Yeah, I have not seen it. I've heard that Bubba has a documentary out about it, and I will try to watch it because I'm friends with Bubba, and I'd like to see what the hell that's all about. So, yeah, I will watch it, and then I'll comment on it. Thanks, James.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I heard something with Bubba.
So it's a Bubba production? I didn't know that.
A Bubba production, yeah. So he's always doing something, An interesting guy. He's a creative. Yeah, what did we decide Bubba's position was on Hulk Hogan dying? Oh, yeah, that it was that he was upset that they didn't have a reconciliation, or they did have a...
Or how about the fact that I was right?
That's right.
How about the fact I was the only guy that called it and had the balls to say it and took so much crap for it?
Yeah, he had mixed feelings because Hulk knew that he hadn't released that tape and they never talked about it or something.
Mm-hmm. And in fact, the person that did release that tape was is represented by your guys' agent firm.
Also, of this story, you got line 1. Granny grew up with these people.
Which one?
The horny nurse.
Oh, who did?
Line 1.
Oh. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Bubba, how's it going, man? I'm Granny. How you doing? Yeah. So that's a story out of Ocala, right?
I didn't even see where it necessarily was from. Let me see here. Blah blah blah.
It is Ocala.
Is it Ocala?
It's Marion County.
Yeah. Look at that. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, and so so I grew up with these people, man. So I know all the parties involved.
All right, so before I read the story and play the little news clip, go ahead and tell me, your version of and obviously you probably are, have way more information and know way more than the people that just are making, from the Daily Mail, Lemmy. So, sir, a person that grew up knowing this family, knowing these parties involved from Ocala, go ahead and give us your take on it.
Yeah, it's so like nobody really ever saw it coming, right? They were kind of like a well-to-do family, and a lot of like been a lot of like lawyer shit. Oh God, sorry.
God, I wish people.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm used to YouTube. Yeah, so there's been a lot of lawyer stuff, and so they've quelled like a lot of what is happening.
Well, first of all, hold on. So first of all, let's just talk about the parties involved. You got Alexis Von Yates. She's 34.
Von Yates.
Yeah, she's 34, and she's the stepmother to the 15-year-old kid, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
yeah, sure is.
Who's the father?
So his name is Dave Yates, right? So her real name is, well, I probably shouldn't say it.
Well, you can't. I mean, it's not. You could. I mean, if it's her maiden name, it's not a big deal.
Her maiden name is Van Rodenstein. So yeah, she's a Van Rodenstein. So Yates is her husband. So like that's where the confusion comes through right there.
So
right?
she used a portion of her maiden name, the Van, and made that her middle name. Took her husband's last name Yates, so it's Alexis Van Yates. Whereas realistically, the Van comes from her maiden name.
Correct.
Okay.
So, and her maiden name is Van Rodenstein. That's her actual name. So yes, she did use that as like a surname or something, I guess.
Right. Now, what did David do for a living? She obviously was a nurse. What does David do?
I don't know exactly what David did. I can't tell you that. I don't know his profession, but I would probably say lawn care.
He was just a lawn dog. Oh.
Right, yeah, but he made pretty good money doing that too. In the Ocala area, you got a lot of horse farms and whatnot out there. So
he probably owned his own service. Like he wasn't just out there weed whacking. He probably owned the entire service, and he had these people working for him.
Right, and it sounds like his stepson was weed whacking, if you know what I mean. But yeah, yes, that I know for a fact that he owned a small business.
What type of inside information could you potentially have? She accepted a plea deal. She was originally charged with sexual battery on a person between 12 and 18. The charges stem from an incident last July when, they say her husband's Frank, not David. When Frank had walked in on the Von Yates sexually assaulting his son, age 15, in a statement to the court, the mother of the boy, who is not the stepmother, described what happened to her son as making her ill, and she called Von Yates as a coward. As the boy's mother spoke, Von Yates screwed up her face, especially when she claimed the sex offender had bragged about being handed a short sentence. After being questioned briefly about her son, who she said is undergoing therapy, she claimed the boy's father has spoken to him only once in the last year. So how can the dad only speak to his son once in the past year and still have a relationship with his wife, and she's blasting the hell out of the kid? How can that happen?
Because people in Ocala are a little crazy, right? And I'm from there, so I can say that. It's because of that, right? He's choosing his son over that. And what I do know is that when all of that went down, Bubba, what he did, the only conversation he had with his son is he went and got him in the truck, right? And he was drinking a 6-pack the entire way there and back, and told him that he ruined his life. He and so he's blaming his son instead of.
But what I don't understand is how can the dad and stepmom still be together, and she's out having sex with the kid, but he's only talked to his kid one time in the past fiscal year? How can that be? Were they estranged? Was the kid living with the stepmom?
Yes, yeah. So the kid was living with the stepmom. I've been in the house.
And so hold on.
Partied with them.
But was living with the stepmom, not living with the dad. What about the mom? Wouldn't the mom at this point say, "Hey, I am the next I am the. If you're not going to live with your dad, you're going to live with me. You're not going to live with your stepmom."
Of course, right. And so what happened, Bubba, is that the kid, the actual mother lived somewhere else, and he was visiting with his father and the stepmother. That's when it happened.
All right,
and
so
Xbox was involved.
The kid lived with his mom primarily, and when he the summer came to visit his father and the nurse had broken up, and he decided to stay with the nurse, unbeknownst to the mom who lived out of town.
No. They were in the same house. Bubba. They might have been separated, but they were still in the same house.
But it said the dad didn't. How do you live in the same house as your kid and not talk to him in a year?
Oh no. Okay, the parent, the stepmom, and the husband were in the same house. The kid was there visiting, and apparently she, did what she did.
It said that he walked in on him.
Yeah,
Oh.
and he sure did. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna play the Court TV has an actual story about this. Thank you for your insight, my friend. I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that story and see if it backs up your claims. Okay, my friend. Appreciate it. Thank you.
And let's turn to another case in Florida. I have an update for you on a former nurse who's accused of raping her stepson. So this woman was sentenced this morning. The case brought to a close. Last month, Alexis Vaughn Yates pleaded no contest to a lesser charge of lewd and lascivious battery. Now, she was initially charged with
I got to tell you, if I'm a 15-year-old and this is my stepmom and she's horny and she wants to, I hit the Powerball.
And you're just visiting for the summer?
And I'm just visiting for the summer? That's Powerball Willie right there.
Sexual battery on a person 12 to 18 years of age by a person in familial custody. Let's take a listen to the judge handing down her sentence.
You will be adjudicated guilty and sentenced to 2 years in the Department of Corrections. What is her credit for time served? I believe it's 2 days.
Horrible audio.
Let's check. Did you stay over past midnight?
Yes, sir.
It's probably 2 days. We'll check. So 2 years Department of Corrections, followed by 2 years of community control, followed by 10 years sex offender probation, with all standard conditions outlined in Florida Statute 948.30 and the following special conditions. And sex offender community control work. You'll pay the following: $150 fine plus court costs, $150 in cost of prosecution.
Court TV should fire whoever put this segment together.
To the state attorney's office, $151 for the Rape Crisis Trust Fund, $151 for the Child Advocacy Trust Fund. You must complete 200 hours of community service.
Now, does the husband and her stay together?
Marion County Solid Waste to rate of at least 16 hours per month.
And by the way, that caller didn't know nothing. He didn't even know the guy. The guy's name's Frank.
Yeah, you didn't.
I was just like, whatever.
When did you realize he didn't know anything?
Early on.
Those must be completed.
But I got a track in Ocala. He might come up this weekend and watch some races.
Of course,
so,
yeah.
I don't want to,
First 2 years of supervision, you'll have no contact. And that is going to be not only while on probation, but also as a term of your.
No, Gene, she got 2 years probation. She's not spending a day in jail.
Oh, I thought she got 2 years and 2 years probation.
No.
She was facing life in prison.
She was facing life in prison?
Yes.
How do you go from life in prison to probation?
Oh, that's why there's a story.
I mean,
how do you get life for doing a 15-year-old boy?
Yeah. Like, how do you make... You don't have to put a gun to a 15-year-old boy's head. You just take those panties off, and he's like a dog. He just comes sniffing around the buckle brush.
This plea was made before the court wanted me to add that statute, but I thought it was.
Pursuant to Florida Statute 921.244, you shall have no contact with indirectly, including through a third person for the duration of your sentence imposed. Understand, man, that if you were to have contact with him during your prison sentence in violation of that statute, any sentence that you receive would have to, by law, be run consecutively to your Department of Corrections sentence.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Also, Ms. Yates, it's in the plea agreement, but it's not part of the sentence. You will be deemed a sexual offender.
This case stems from a July 2024 incident where Von Yates sexually assaulted her stepson while he was visiting his father.
Yeah, well, the guy was right on that.
Yeah.
He was visiting. And does it say? It says right here, Von Yates was formally sentenced on Tuesday after she pleaded no contest last month to a charge of lewd and lascivious battery, wearing a full face of makeup with blah blah blah. I'm trying to see where she'd accepted a plea deal after she was originally charged with sexual battery on a person between 12 and 18. The charges stem from an incident last July when her husband Frank walked in on her and the 15-year-old. I'm trying to see where it says what she gets with regards to her sentence.
Says, Von Yates pleaded no contest to the charge. She will be required to complete 200 hours of community service and pay fines and court fees. The original sexual battery charge was a first-degree felony, carries up a sentence up to life in prison and a $10,000 fine.
But she only gets
community service.
She will see, okay, Von Yates will see her spend 2 years in prison. Oh, so she's getting 2 years in prison. See?
Yeah.
Von Yates will see her. She was then seen being led away and fingerprinted and seen being placed in cuffs. Von Yates will spend 2 years in prison.
And 2 years?
And 2 years of community control and 10 years of sexual offender probation.
That's stiff.
2 years.
Not for 15-year-old boys, please.
I mean, like, listen, if it's from a 13 or a 12, I get it. But when you're 15 and you're going to visit your dad and your dad's got some just absolute smoke show who wants to absolutely blast the hell out of you, I remember, and I'm speaking from a person that used to be 15, me. And when I was 15, and I don't know if anybody else in this room is going to man up and admit it, but when I was 15, all I dreamed about was getting some hot ass. That's all I dreamed about. Every time all 4 times that I masturbated each day, everything was always about, can I get some, instead of that vacuum cleaner, I need a real chick. Let alone one that's my dad's wife that's hot as hell. My first chick was over 300. My first one on my dad's creeper underneath his 32 Ford.
Well, you're not living vicariously through this guy. I know you like to do that, but I mean, you're not getting to penetrate these 34-year-old women as a 15-year-old at all. That ship has sailed.
I know, but if I was 15, I'd be begging to my dad or to my please don't press charges on her. You know, maybe we won't. I can't do it with her anymore. But
and if it was your son, you'd be coup d'état with that.
Probably.
If he was banging your woman.
Well, now that you put it that way.
If you liked that segment, then you'll definitely like the new redesigned BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
No, it was like Tyler was doing.
Oh, yeah.
So is the little wild man coming to pick up his race car or something soon?
I've not heard back from them. I probably need to reach out to them.
and then I can throw in the Lasker deal.
Yeah, I've left 2 messages with them, and I talked to one of the Wesley or Robbie's youngest brothers. And he called me. He got on my Facebook and we talked, and he's gonna come to the track on the 27th and hang out. And I asked him to try to get a hold of him and see if he can't work some magic.
It's a hell of an opportunity.
Yeah. But when I talked to Tyler, he goes, "You mean talk to her?" So evidently even he knows that. But you got to make friends with her first, I would imagine. Can you text me who the driver's going to be?
Is it September 27th? Your race?
This month, 27th, yeah. Yeah, September 27th, thank you.
If you're going to Orlando from here, would you just get on 275 or would you go down to the Selman connector?
275. 275 I-4.
The Selman connector's not faster at all?
I don't think so.
I mean, have you been on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What part of Orlando you going to?
Altamont.
That's right in the fucking...
Past like downtown and Disney and all
I
that
get
shit.
off on Maitland.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you get off Maitland. I used to live in Altamont. Go to Maitland, then you'll start heading north for about 4 miles.
I lived in Maitland.
Yeah. So you know, Ultimate's right next to it.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't it be easier to go 75 and make a ride up there towards 50 or so and cut across?
No, not really.
No.
Not.
I never take 75.
Yeah, that's for some people who live up by Eugene.
Well, it's just people who know some back roads because you're not going to hit all that traffic.
He needs to stick with not back roads.
I looked at back roads last night. It would instead of an hour and 30 minutes, it would take me 3 hours and 20 minutes to take the back roads.
If you left right after the show, you could almost be there by 11.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito Studios. Aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I should have a major announcement with regards to the documentary Video Killed the Radio Star. Hopefully, the owners of the film will give me the green light tomorrow. I think you guys will all love it. Other than that, man, I got to go see Matt Cox. I'm doing his podcast today. Got to be there by 11. Oh. And then, Lummy, I might come back to the studios after that and record all that Gentry stuff.
Oh, perfect.
Seth is headed over to Orlando.
No, tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow?
Yeah.
And Lasker is hopefully getting the hell out of here as fast as he possibly can.
I thought it was Friday, Bubba, because Lasker was here, and then I was like, oh, damn, we got a Thursday and a Friday we got to get through.
Exactly.
Boom.
So tomorrow, the baby face, I'm sure I'll be just as frustrated. We'll see you then.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian, Lummit.
It's Seth, co-host and president of podcasting.
It's Brian Matroni, king of counter programming.
You're wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire of Council. Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello.